Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back, welcome in, welcome through, welcome to the Apostate Ape channel, where we debate Christians up in here. Bible baby, I've only been on for like 10 seconds. Give me, if you requested up on purpose, hang out for like 2.5 or 3 minutes. Let's let a few people get in here and I'll bring you up and we'll talk. Great name, by the way. Oh, I guess I didn't. Anyway, good morning, everyone. Good morning. All right. It is day number 63 in a row. Oh, don't say that, Mama. I'll delete that. Darn. Well, anyway. Just don't need a record. Anyway, welcome in, guys. Good morning, all. Hello, hello, hello. This is the greatest of the great ape channels, the debate channel of the Apostate Ape, where you can watch a undereducated hick from Alabama perform an intellectual takedown of the Christian faith doctrine and logic for your entertainment. That's what we do here. And as usual, if you never mind. Oh, thank you. Good morning. Oh, man. Well, that lasted all of a few seconds there of not announcing that. Anyway, thank you, guys. Thank you. Welcome in. This is the debate channel, the best debate channel on the planet. Y'all know the Time magazine raves that this is the #1 debate channel on the planet right now. Cosmopolitan says this is the geekest, chicest, most intellectual channel of the century. Right? Forbes says this channel will be worth $1 billion by the end of this year. And Field and Stream magazine says the ape is the hunter of Christian logic, hunting it down and catching all the biggest largemouth basses. That's right. As usual, if you are watching this on the 2U, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. And if anybody did not know, what you couldn't have known, look what I finally got. If the TikTok camera would stop being a bitch. Look. Learn Biblical Hebrew from Dr. Joshua Bowen. I finally got my book, and it is finally time. You can also have this book. It's only $30 on Amazon. And for only $30, you can learn the Hebrew that you've always wanted to learn. And even if you don't totally learn Hebrew, you can get the book for just $30 and you can support Dr. Josh and his family because this is how they make a living right here. This is what they do. How cool is that? Just having this book empowers you in so many ways. It's pretty amazing. Let me see. Page 85. What can we learn here? Let's flip to a random spot here and see what we got. Look, you can see the difference between he, she, and they. That way you know when you read Isaiah 53, it says they are wounded for our transgressions, not he, as in Jesus. Ain't that so cool? Only $30, guys. And we all freaking love Dr. Josh. So help Dr. Josh out for only $30 and make him #1 on the list of the New York Times. Oh, Dr. Josh is here. What up, Dr. Josh? Y'all can put him on the New York Times bestsellers list right now to learn Biblical Hebrew. Ain't that amazing? We all want to know that. There's even some stuff written on the front here that looks awesome. That one day maybe I'll read the cover. Dr. Josh, did you put like a weird, hidden message on the front there? If you can read it, you've deciphered the Bible Hebrew. What does this say? It says, Jesus is not Lord. Damn, it says that in Hebrew? Wow, I wouldn't have known that unless I could read Hebrew. Ain't that cool, y'all? Anyway, we will be praising Dr. Josh and his book a lot in the coming days and months here. Anyway, welcome in. It is Oh, it's, I'm gonna have to learn what that word is by reading the book. And anyway, welcome in. This is the debate channel where we debate Christians. We like highly contentious yet civil debates. Thank you, everybody. We've already got a bunch of likes and stuff. Already got some gifts. The Great Isaiah Scroll. How cool is that? See, if I would have read this a little more, I would have known that, and Dr. Josh wouldn't have had to clarify. How freaking sweet. Man, I can't wait to start reading this. I had a really long day yesterday, so I gave it a glance over, but didn't really even get to dive in. But today will be a little different. But anyway, guys, welcome in, welcome through. We haven't got anyone in the queue to debate yet, which is actually a little concerning at this point, because there's usually 2 or 3 people lined up within 30 seconds there. But anyway, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. This is the channel of the ape, the greatest of great ape debates right here, y'all. Right here. Welcome through. Oh, also, Dr. Josh, I hope Dr. Kip didn't get mad at you yesterday for recommending him a bad show. Said, you made me listen to that redneck for 3 hours yesterday. Anyway, I doubt that's the case, certainly. Certainly, I would speak. How bad could it possibly go? Anyway, welcome in, guys. We need some folks to debate in here, so I appreciate all the taps and shares and gifts and likes and everything so far. It's crazy how fast the mornings get going here now. It blows me away every time. Jesus fulfilled hundreds of prophecies. Let's see, I can think of how many did he actually fulfill? Oh, I can't think of a single one he actually fulfilled. Interesting. If you want to come talk to us, I can explain to you why that's the case. Because as it so happens, you can't read a single prophecy that the New Testament says Jesus fulfilled in the context and get to Jesus, not in a single solitary case. You have to make it about metaphorical fulfillments and future fulfillments, which by definition means not yet fulfilled. You have to make them about that. You have to say it's typologies and whatever. It's such a shame that you can't just read the context of the Old Testament and say, yeah, this is clearly about Jesus, isn't it? Nope. Never happens at once. Sorry to disappoint you guys. The good news is you don't have to believe the good news because it's clearly false and a bunch of nonsense. But anyway, that's why we're here, to debate this fun stuff. And again, we like the highly contentious but civil debates is what we like up in here. Yesterday was an awesome day. I actually don't have a super lot of time today, but we do got a little while. But yesterday was freaking awesome, and in so many ways it was crazy. But hopefully we'll have another one of them awesome days today, and wouldn't that be great? You can believe it's false. Can't really say it's false as a fact, man. No, certainly I can too. It's absolutely a fact that it's false. Because it's absolutely a fact that Jesus doesn't fulfill any of these prophecies, and if you actually review the prophecies in the Old Testament on their own, they fail as well. So it's just kind of sad, really. If Jesus was fake, it's just interesting that the same geometry found in bread can be found in space. Huh? What? Geometry of bread? Like, what? Is this how we prove God now? Through bread geometry? Angry, what's up, my man? I was so glad I got to see you and Outrageous back again yesterday. That was awesome. What a great show that was. Alright. Let's ooh, I love animals too. How cool is that? Alright, let's see here. Love animals, are you there? Love animals? Love animals?
2 small kids, yeah, right.
Somebody's having quite the party by themselves there. Anyway, If you are a Christian and you want to talk to us, come on, request on up, and we would love to talk to you. We keep it cool up in here. I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice feller. Southern hospitality is reigns here. Let's try I am 330. I am, are you there?
Yeah, what's up, buddy? So what are we
What's
talking
going on?
about God being unjust? What do we mean on that?
Yeah, well, just a second. Are you over 18?
I am 34.
Awesome, that's a good age. Are you a Christian?
I am very spiritual and I believe in a lot of Christian views.
But you're not a Christian?
I would say that is a term that people gave, I guess, to follow something mass, but I wouldn't really say I'm a Christian, but I stand up for Christian beliefs.
Do you believe in the God of the Bible?
I believe there is a higher supreme being and that he did send a son here.
Okay, so when we talk about God, though, we're talking about the God of the Bible being just, right?
Right. So when we're looking at
Okay.
platforms of God in the Old Testament to the New Testament, trying to dictate his understanding about how we grow. I don't see it being very unjust. I see it very
Oh, it's very unjust. It's unjust because it allows generational punishments. It unalives people for things like picking up sticks on the wrong day of the week. If that's justice, I'm the freaking Pope. And he deals out punishments for crimes people did not commit. So he can't be just by definition.
So let me ask you a question though. If you and me right now were to swap spots when we were born, where would we be at in this conversation today if we can't change anything that was put in front of us?
I have no idea what that means.
It means no matter what, you could come to me and be me, and I could be you back when we were born. I'd live your whole life, and I'd be having the same conversation from an opposite point of view. Everybody suffers. We have to go through this life and get everything over with. So the last thing we can do is live in paradise. So if you look at it as unjust, I look at it as a job.
I'm talking about what God does to people is unjust.
There's no such thing as death. He told you that. Stop fearing death. Once you fear death, then you're going to keep going in the cycle of not remembering. You got to
I'm not
realize,
worried
man,
about
he
death.
told
I'm
you.
talking about God being just or not, so I'm not even sure what you're talking about. Can we get on a coherent topic here? Oh. I think you realized the padded room run out there or something. I don't know. All right, let's try Dan here. Oh, Dan's not here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what was up with that. That was even worse than the bread geometry argument. I'm just kidding. We didn't get that argument, but it was funny that we saw it there. All right. Let's bring up the next one, I reckon. Jake, are you there?
Yeah, what's up?
What's up, man? Are you over 18?
Yeah,
Are you a Christian?
yes.
Awesome. So which one of these topics you want to debate us on here today?
Um, anyone, I mean, slavery, whatever you want to do.
You want to do slavery?
Yeah, sure.
So you disagree that the Bible condones slavery?
No, I believe it, I guess you can say allows it.
Oh, well, sounds like we already agree.
Yeah, but I don't, we can do a different topic, but I don't see how that discounts God or the Bible.
Don't discount it. It just says that God allows slavery, which is pretty shitty. You don't think slavery is okay, do you?
I mean, it's pretty similar to working like nowadays for a big company, working, 12
It's
hours.
nothing like that.
How do you know?
Slavery is being owned as property and not getting paid for that 12 hours of work, and they can beat the shit out of you whenever they want.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, you could have, there back then, I'm pretty sure there was good slave owners and bad slave owners.
That's neither here nor there. The point is, it's wrong to own people as property.
But I'm saying I bet there was good slave owners that are better than you working for some.
That's not the point. There was bad ones too.
Yeah, I know, but I'm
Like the
saying,
Bible even says, slaves obey your masters, even the cruel ones, and this is how you serve God.
yeah, I'm saying that's similar to just saying like go work this, whatever job, get paid, minimum wage, and barely being able to
Do
pay
slaves get paid?
your bills and stuff. Huh?
Do slaves get paid?
I mean, like I said, there's probably a whole bunch of different type of slavery.
I'm talking about chattel slavery. Do you know what chattel slavery is?
No, well, I'm saying, yeah, I'm sure there's you just say like you just said a type of slavery. So I mean, how many different types are there?
There's a couple.
Okay, right. That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying not all of them are probably bad.
Uh, this is chattel slavery, and that's definitely the worst one. Not that
Yeah, I'm
any
saying,
of them's
yeah,
good.
I agree with you. There's probably bad slavery. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay. Well,
But I'm
the good
saying,
God of the book allows this
huh?
stuff. Yeah, the God of the book allows this
Yeah,
stuff. Don't sound like you
yeah. I mean,
disagree,
well, I
though.
mean, even God put His own people in slavery too. That was really hard for them.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty of God, isn't it?
I don't see that. I don't see that.
You don't see enslaving an entire nation as bad?
Well, it says that he did it for a purpose. It was bad for a time, but it made them um more people and made them stronger, or however you want to look at it, so that when they went to Israel, they're a greater nation.
Oh, okay. So all the slavery's good because
I didn't say
it
all.
led
I
to
didn't say that.
Israel.
You're lying now. So
Well, you justified it.
I'm saying there was bad slave owners for sure, evil people that were slave owners, 100%.
Okay. You just for the record though, you don't think chattel slavery is a good thing, right?
Well, you just admitted that chattel slavery is not the only slavery.
Yeah, but that's not my point. I'm not talking about the other slaveries.
Well, I'm just saying my point is that in general, slavery had different things going on, and like I said, if I bet my point is, if you compare probably a good slavery situation back then with somebody that's has to work at a warehouse today, it's probably worse at a warehouse. That's all I'm saying. It's very similar.
That's beyond fucked up and beyond wrong. How are you going to compare chattel slavery to working a shift at a factory?
Well, you keep on saying chattel slavery. I'm not. I don't know why you keep on saying that one specific thing.
That's what I'm talking about here. I've already said that.
So when the Hebrews were under Egypt, was that chattel slavery?
Yeah. They own them. They couldn't just leave. They needed God's intervention to get out of there. That's the whole point of being a slave. You can't just leave or quit or get paid or anything else for that matter.
Well, yeah, I don't know, and I guess then yeah, chattel slavery. Sure. All right, fine. So whatever, however you want to say it, but in general, like I said, people that are working these jobs nowadays for these companies, billion-dollar CEOs, whatever, and they can't pay their bills, living, barely getting by. I don't see how I don't see how it's like the same thing.
It's not the same thing. That's why I don't even know why you're bringing it up.
No, I'm saying it's the same thing. That's all I'm saying.
It's not the same thing. It's not even close to the same thing. And the fact that you're just so blasé
well, I'm saying like
is pretty crazy to me, actually.
But even the chattel slavery, probably they had all the food in housing, everything like that, given to them, right?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. That's great, huh?
I'm saying that's even better. That's what my point is. People that have to deal with getting taken out of their homes and stuff like that nowadays, that's worse.
Oh, some days I just lose hope in humanity straight up here. Well, um, well, I think you've demonstrated that you don't know what slavery is or care. So, do you have another topic you want to move on to?
Yeah, sure. Whatever one you want, man.
Well, you pick whichever one you feel strongest about.
Um, I guess anything you want to do the Jesus fulfills zero prophecy.
Sure, that's a good one.
Uh, I don't see.
Yeah, I'll say Jesus fulfills zero prophecy because the New Testament explicitly names a bunch of prophecies that Jesus supposedly fulfills from the Old Testament. But if you actually go read them, it never has anything to do with what the New Testament says it does. Some of them aren't even prophecies, and some of them aren't even in there. So it's like it's a big bad joke about Jesus. Do you have any prophecies you can show us Jesus actually fulfilled in the context?
So what about like Isaiah 53 and suffering servant one or whatever?
So you think the suffering servant is Jesus?
Yeah, obviously.
Are you aware that Isaiah tells you at least 8 or 9 times leading up to chapter 53 that the servant that is suffering is Israel, the nation of Israel, the people?
So you wanted to say Jesus' name there?
If it's talking about Jesus, the context should show that it's talking about Jesus, but all the context of
Okay, let me ask you
Isaiah
this.
shows that it's talking about Israel, the nation.
Okay. So if you just put in Jesus there, then you would say that all the prophecy fulfills. If it said
No.
his name.
No.
Huh?
It's not even talking about a Messiah, so I mean, it doesn't even make sense.
I don't know.
What makes Isaiah 53 about Jesus to you?
Like almost every line, it's like it hits hard every single line.
Oh, okay. We'll see about that, won't we? How about this line, verse 10? It says, "Yet it was the will of the Lord to crush him with affliction. When you make his life an offering for sin, he shall see his offspring and shall prolong his days." So did Jesus have any offspring?
Christians are his offspring, basically.
Christians are all the offspring of Jesus?
Yeah, we are his children.
No, Jesus never calls anybody his children. He explicitly says in Matthew chapter 23 that there is only one Father and everyone is brothers and sisters in Christ, not his children.
I'm pretty sure I would have to Google it, but I'm pretty sure there's verses where he either says my son or something like that, my child, or
Yeah. No, he explicitly says you are brothers and sisters in the Lord, not his children. Jesus never calls anybody.
I don't think this is worth. I don't know, man. It seems like.
Well, you said every line makes sense.
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah. Obviously it's so clear. I don't know how anyone would not think that fulfills prophecy. So.
Well, some people probably actually read Isaiah and they know what it's actually talking about. So, can you tell us what happens in chapter 52 of Isaiah?
What is it? I don't have my Bible in front of me.
You don't know?
Oh, just remind me.
What about chapter 54? You remember anything about that one?
What's your point? I would
remember. My
remember.
point is that you seem to know chapter 53, but none of the other ones.
I mean, no, I like I said, I don't have it in front of me, so. But if you remind me.
Well, you know the suffering servant song actually starts in chapter 52, right?
Yeah, I understand that, yeah.
So it's kind of weird that people say chapter 53 is about Jesus and not chapter 52 and 53, since they're both the servant song.
Okay, because I can see now that you're so ultra specific, to the point where it's called.
Yeah, it's a debate, man.
I'm saying generally. I don't have the Bible in front of me. Generally around the area, we both knew what I was talking about, but you want to seem to be like. Oh.
No, I'm saying you might have knew what you was talking about, and I know what you meant by that.
Right.
Contextually, this has nothing to do with Jesus, and it's not about a single person. It tells you over and over and over again that the servant is Israel.
Well, I mean, the way that prophecies are fulfilled all throughout the Bible isn't the way you probably want it to be. David, it seems like he's talking about himself, but obviously in the New Testament, it reveals that he was prophesying, about the Messiah type of thing. All that's happened so many different times. Where it's like, if you want it to be that specific.
What do you mean? You're saying David was a prophet?
But I'm saying for it to be that the amount of specificity that you want it to be is crazy.
And then how loose you want it to be is crazy.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't think it's that loose, but
it's definitely loose because apparently David's a prophet making prophecies about Jesus, and I've never heard anything like that.
You haven't Psalm 22 in different Psalms or whatever?
That's not a prophecy.
Oh my gosh, man.
It's a lament of David.
Huh?
That's not a prophecy. It's
But
a
it
lament of
obviously
David.
it was obviously fulfilled on the cross and everything like that.
No, you don't. No, you don't just get to say whatever's a prophecy. That's not how it works. A
I mean,
prophecy is a
it's
very
not. It's
specific
not
thing.
like
You know that, right?
I get to say it. It's just common sense when you read it.
It's not common sense. It's common sense when you try to make it what you want it to be about, but it's not common sense because it's not a prophecy. A prophecy is when God puts his own words in the mouth of a prophet. Psalm 22 is David talking to God. He's asking God for help.
All right,
It's not a prophecy.
so
It's
the-
more like a prayer.
So is there? So what do you live by? Do you have any other religion that you've turned to after believing this is
No,
also?
I'm just an atheist. No.
And you you think you're gonna black out after you die?
Yeah.
You think everybody's gonna black out?
Yeah, that's
after
kind
they
of
die?
what death means, you know?
Okay, so I mean, I don't know.
Death doesn't usually mean the beginning of life, does it?
And so you're okay with blacking out after you die?
Yeah, why wouldn't I be? That's what's supposed to happen.
You don't want to live
It's
forever?
the only real way to go. Huh?
You don't want to live forever?
Hell no. I've seen enough, buddy.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, then Christianity is definitely not for you. Even if it was true, it would. If you don't want to live forever.
Definitely not. Well, I like true things and not false, incoherent things. Like, just for example, let me read a little bit of Psalm 22 for
But
you. It
even
says, my
but
God,
I'm
my
saying,
God, why have you forsaken
but
me?
even if
Why
even,
are you so far from
hold
helping me from words of
hold
my
on. But
groaning?
even if
Oh
even
my
if
God, I cry by day, but you do not answer, and by night, but find no rest. Is this really Jesus fulfilling a prophecy here? Or is this David asking God for help?
it's obviously a fulfillment of prophecy if you read the whole thing. But let me ask you,
So where's the prophecy?
what sound? I don't know. I'd have to. Like I said, I don't have the Bible in front of me. The whole isn't there more to that chapter? I mean that psalm.
Yeah, there's a whole chapter
It's
here,
about like
coincidentally. So
his
is this whole
hands.
chapter about Jesus, or just
Doesn't it
that
say somewhere
one or
his
two lines you're talking
his
about?
hands and his feet were? Is this the one where his nails? That one?
No, don't say nothing about nails.
Pierced.
Don't say pierced.
Well, hold on. Before I would
Talking
have.
about verse 16, the
Well,
version I read says, "For dogs are all around me, a company of evildoers encircles me. They bound my hands and my feet."
okay, there you go. Yeah,
No, no Hebrew says the word pierced there.
okay.
That's put in there by like traditional Bible translation that want it to say pierced when it actually don't. Which just
Yeah,
goes
cool.
to show you that
No,
they're
I'm not.
willing to change it and lie about what's going on here.
Okay. Well, anyway, so what I want to ask you though, so even if Christianity was true, you wouldn't even want to be because you don't want to live forever. You're not even searching another religion that gives you eternal life. You're not searching anything else. You want to black out.
I want to black out.
That's what you just said.
I said I'm fine with it.
So you're not like searching another religion, anything else that might give you eternal life after even you learned a little bit about Christianity. At least they
No,
offer.
I'm not concerned with eternal life. Like, the universe will go on without me one day. I've made my peace with that.
It seems like I don't understand how a human being like you know what I mean. That's crazy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Maybe I've just recognized what death actually is and accepted that, where other people deny it and think they're going to live forever, which is absolutely absurd.
Yeah, but I mean they have even if it's not true, I mean it's way better than just thinking you're gonna black out after you die. I mean you must
If
have had
it's
a
not
really
true, it's not true. You'd be living in delusion.
it doesn't matter after we both black out. It wouldn't matter.
It matters while you're alive.
But what does life even matter after you if you black out? It doesn't matter.
Do you have any pets?
No. But I think
Do you like pets?
you must have went through a rough life for you to be okay with
No, my
blacking
life's
out.
been fine.
I do not believe that at all.
I'm sure you believe a lot of things just because you want to believe it.
I don't know, man. If I would never just be like, oh, if I thought Christianity was false, I would be searching up all the other world religions. I would be praying in the mountains or something, like, you know, trying to find out what's
I'm
going
sure
on.
you would, because you sound like you're scared to death of dying.
Well, that is the greatest fear of all human beings.
Not for me, it's not.
Yeah, I know, and that's kind of, to me, that's kind of worrisome. Like that's kind of like depressing or
Why?
something.
You should admire it.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah,
I,
I have faced the fear of dying one day and know and accepted it and come out still smiling and liking life.
well, if
Maybe you should follow
that sounds
suit.
like pride. That you're like, oh,
Because
look at
living in
me, I
fear
can
of
black
dying
out.
is not something a human should do, in my opinion.
Well, all humans are born with fears and different things. The greatest fear is the fear of death.
Sure.
But
Yeah, but
for
they're
you,
irrational fears.
but I think the love of life should overpower your pride of like, oh, look at me, I'm willing to black out. Your love of life, but not. I understand not everyone loves life and not wants eternal life. I get that. I'm just talking to you right now. That's why
I
I was
love
thinking
life
about it.
just fine. I just don't want to do this forever. Like, who would? What could a human being possibly want to do for an eternity?
Well, I mean, this life is full of pain and suffering and all kinds of terrible things. So to
It's
then,
full of good stuff too, though. That's just part of life, man. It's
I know, but I
part of
mean, if
existence.
there is a life after this that doesn't have the bad parts, I would want to experience that for sure.
Yeah, but there's no such thing. It's incoherent. It doesn't even make any sense if you actually question it. Name one single thing you could possibly want to do for an eternity without getting bored out of your freaking mind and begging for death later.
Um, I don't know. I mean, I've been alive for 34 years, and
You don't know? You can't think of anything you
I'm
could
saying
possibly want to do for an
I'm saying I've
eternity?
been alive for 34 years, and there's a lot more things I would, even in this life, I would want to accomplish and do a lot of stuff. I haven't got bored yet with life. I want to do a bunch of different things still.
Yeah, me too. I'm not. I don't want to. I don't want to unalive tomorrow.
I know. I'm just saying. So I can only imagine so much more things to do. These people, I could
Right.
die.
But
I
you
could
can't
die.
tell me a single thing that you would want to do for an
I'm
eternity.
saying, imagine I just died tomorrow. There's so many things that I didn't get to experience. So if I there was
Yeah, and that would suck. It would be a tragedy, but it doesn't mean that your eternal life got turned off somehow or another. That doesn't add to that. It doesn't follow.
I'm answering your question. I'm saying I would love to have eternal life to do the things that I would have done in this life, and then
Yeah, but that's an eternity, though, not a little extra time.
yeah, man. I don't get why I don't. So you're basically saying because we have, it's like living forever would be like hell. That's what you're basically saying.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, I don't know, man.
I suspect if you thought about that for a little while, you would end up agreeing with me.
I'd rather live forever in paradise with no pain and suffering and death than to black out, man. I don't know. It's not even a
But
question.
how is that even possible? If you can't even remember the bad things that make you sad or the things that you learn from, how could that
What?
even be a coherent position
definitely.
that you are in eternal life?
Wait, you just said I wouldn't be able to remember this life?
No, I'm saying if you said there's no pain or sadness. So if you can't even remember the times that you had pain or sadness or things that made you sad,
Well, I
how
don't
can it
know.
even be
I mean, I
you
don't think
that you're
that's
talking
no,
about?
no. I think you can have
If you can't even have your experiences, then there's no such thing. It's incoherent.
I don't think that's no. I think you can remember bad things in the state of happiness. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
It's just memory. It's like, do you feel like
If you can't feel sad, though,
when I remember
then
my
how could
arm
you even
being
remember
broken?
things? Oh, I used to be sad about that.
No, I'm saying when I remember my arm being broken from football, playing football, does my arm break while I'm remembering it? No. So it's not even close.
What if you're the only one who goes to heaven and not anybody you care about?
Probably a little sad.
Sad? You can't be sad, though.
Yeah, so
Sad don't exist in this place, right?
that's a good one. Well, I mean, obviously, I don't think that's gonna happen. So
Well, sounds like you have a nice belief, but nothing that's a coherent actual reality.
well, I mean, like I said, I don't know.
Hey,
I
if
don't
that gets
think,
you through the day, that's fine. I mean, I got no issue with that. You can think whatever you want. I'm just saying it doesn't make any actual sense when you think about it.
well, does any Christian think that their loved ones are not going to be with them? I don't. I don't think so. So
I'm sure a bunch of them do. There's a lot of mothers out there that know their children aren't saved. And if they don't get saved, they're going to be going to not heaven, right?
yeah, I don't know, but yeah.
Well, like my mother's not a believer, but my mother, no scenario, she would want to go to heaven without me, her child, there too. She would not enjoy an eternity without her son.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, coincidentally, not a single person even can come up. We can't even, as humans, have a concept of something that would be like eternally pleasurable. Like, it don't exist. We can't even fathom that kind of thing. But what we can do, coincidentally, is sit here all day long, maybe even all year long, and think of eternal torments. We can do that all day.
I don't know, man, but well,
That's what I'm saying. Do you have a concept of a coherent, pleasurable eternity?
I mean, I think it's more because I think heaven. There's gonna be a new heaven and new earth. It says in the Book of Revelation. So I think a lot of Christians have it wrong. They think it's just gonna be pure spiritual. I think it's gonna be the combination of both. So I think it's gonna be a lot similar to Earth, to be honest.
Well, I mean, maybe it is, but if it's this magical place with no sadness and everything's great, it doesn't make sense to a human because humans can't conceive of such a thing in reality. It's just like it's just a thought, like a fleeting thought
I
that
mean,
flutters about
no,
like a little butterfly.
it's well, it specifically says no more death, no more. What does it say? No more pain, no more crying, certain things. So you can easily imagine that.
You can imagine it, but you can't explain it or actually conceptualize it in a realistic sense.
I mean, yeah, I mean, there's been times of joy in your life where you weren't feeling pain, you weren't thinking about dying, all these different things. So I don't see how it's
That's
like,
because the human brain can only think of one thing at a time.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I just answered your question. I'm not sure what you're saying.
I'm just saying you can't like we can have a concept of an eternal paradise, but when it comes time to actually explain that, you can't even give me the first example of something that it would even begin to explain
I
such
just
a thing.
did. I'm saying it's very similar to a time in your life that was full of joy, a happy time.
Yeah, but that's not realistic.
Why?
I'm saying you can have a few minutes where you were happy and didn't think about anything, but that doesn't mean that that's a sustainable thing. That's crazy.
That's basically the point. That's what they're saying. It is. It's just that's what's going to be like forever.
I know, but it's unrealistic.
Well, I mean, not realistic yet, but it will be.
Oh, I'm sure you believe that.
I definitely do, man. Yeah.
Oh, well, cool. It's just not realistic. It's incoherent.
Don't agree.
Well, I think you agree more than you think you do.
No, bro, that don't make no sense, man. I just told you.
It does make sense. Like, literally, all you can tell me is the most vaguest descriptions of this so-called heaven, place of eternal happiness. Like, you can say, oh, we can
I just told you it's
say
more.
there's a place with no pain and no sadness, but you
Yeah,
can't give me an
it's more
example
earthly. I'm saying it's more
of how
earthly.
that exists for eternity.
I just
Or
said
what
it's
you
more.
could possibly even want to do for an eternity.
I just told you it's more earthly than what you're trying. I'm not trying to tell you it's some spiritual realm that I have no idea about. I'm saying
It don't have to be a spiritual realm, but you're talking about a place of eternal happiness where there's no pain and nothing like that, right?
yeah.
Shit. Hold on. Someone's gonna start calling
Yeah, man.
me
All
later.
right. Let me end with this. For example, I just want to share this with anybody's listening to. I believe we're in the period of time in the Bible of Gog and Magog. So if you read Revelation chapter 20, Jesus reigned for 1,000 years already. This was when the Roman Empire turned Christian. Then Satan is released for a little season. That's what I believe we're in now. Gog and Magog. All the nations are gathering, as we see like Islam and Russia. And
So the 1,000 years started in the year 1026.
there's a lot of details to it. One of the details is on the buildings. It's all the numbers is J, and it has a number. So, and it says J and I for the basically they marked it by the year of. They said it's like Jesus basically, and then they put the year. So it was more around the first century, I guess you could say. But
So the 1,000 years ended 1,000 years ago.
no, it started around the time of
Oh,
I don't know what you want to say, like 100 AD or something, somewhere around there. And
that
then
means 1,000 years would have ended in the year 1100 AD.
yeah, I know, but I'm saying the timing, our time that we believe that we're in now it's been falsified because of those buildings and everything like that. The one you ever see those people talking about those buildings built? It says the J and the I in front of the number.
Mm-mm.
So, anyways, yeah, there's a bunch of research into it, but let me just get this out because basically, this is I hope maybe it can help somebody. We live in a time of Gog and Magog, where the gathering of the nations, where it says the fire will rain down from heaven upon them. So in these days, God is going to protect Israel, from Russia, China, Islam, Iran, all these different places that are going to come against it. And we're at the very end of the book of Revelation, so just wanted to share that. So just in case anybody did the research and study it up on that. It's not like a lot of
Alrighty.
Christians don't believe that. So
I'm sure they do, but Revelation's about Rome. It tells you that.
yeah. Rome. Yeah, people don't realize the Armageddon was Rome. A lot of the things have already been fulfilled.
Yeah,
But,
Rome's been gone for a long time, man.
yeah, but we're in the time of the where it says Satan is released for a little season.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck with that. Anyway, thanks for coming up, Jake. We
Yeah.
appreciate you. I'll drop you back here. Well, that was Jake from State Farm, I suspect. State Farm Bibles. So before I bring up the next one, let's see where we're at on the numbers here. There's some new followers this live. It's almost been an hour. I've only got one so far. That's cool though. The numbers are still awesome. Good morning, guys. We appreciate you. That was quite the conversation to start the day. It was a good one. All right. So we got several people in the queue here. All right. Let's see who was next here. That was K TikTok. Oh, somebody. Okay. What's going on? What is this? Getting lagged like crazy. Just a second. All right. Let's see if this one comes up here. Let's try Horizons.
What's up, man?
Horizons, you there?
What's up,
buddy?
bro?
Are
Can you
you
hear me?
over 18?
Yes, I'm over 18. I'm just using a headset, man. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. Are you a Christian?
Yeah, I'm Trinitarian Christian.
Awesome. So which one of these topics you want to debate us on today?
Uh, all right, let's talk about Jesus fulfilling prophecies. So you're
Yeah,
stating that Jesus fulfills 0 prophecies. So that means if I can
zero.
show you one, then that would mean your argument falls, correct?
That would mean that.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, well, we'll start with this. Go to Matthew chapter 11 and read verses go to 3 to 6.
And said to him, "Are you the one to come, or are we
Okay,
to wait for
okay,
another?"
can I?
Jesus.
Okay, so this is John talking right before he was about to get beheaded, right? This is John the Baptist talking, and he's sending people to ask Jesus, "Are you the one who is to come?" I'll let you read it now, but without the understanding of the Old Testament, this is just going to sound like babble, but go ahead and read it, please.
All right, what am I reading again?
Matthew chapter 11, verses 3 to 6.
3 to 6. And said to him, "Are you the one who is to come, or are we to wait for another?" Jesus answered them, "Go and tell John what you hear and see. The blind receive their sight, and the lame walk. Those with the skin diseased are cleansed. The deaf hear, the dead are raised, and the poor have good news brought to them, and blessed is anyone who takes no offense at me. So that's the prophecy.
Yeah, that's a prophecy right there. But just before we continue to the Old Testament right there, so John is asking Jesus, are you the one who is to come? And notice how Jesus doesn't simply say yes or no. He says yes in a way that only the people that know the Old Testament will understand what he's saying. So go ahead and open up Isaiah chapter 35, verses 4 to 6.
All right. This is about the return to Zion.
Yes, so
So
in this prophecy, it foretells that
the
when
eyes of the blind shall be opened, and the ears of the deaf shall be opened, and the
we'll go
lame
ahead and
shall
read it
leap
from
like a
four.
deer.
Go ahead and read from 4 to 6 because that's not where it starts. I don't have my
Say to
Bible.
those who are filled for heart, be strong, do not fear. Here is your
That's
God.
not
He
where
will
it
come with
starts. Verse
vengeance, with
4.
terrible compensation. Oh shit! That was verse 4.
What version are you reading, brother?
Am I reading the wrong one?
There is no right one. The Greek, we can get into the Greek later, but
Oh,
go.
okay.
Okay, go
Well,
ahead and read
I'm
what you're
reading the
reading. Okay,
NRSV
go
UE.
ahead and
It
read
says,
just
"Say
4
to
to
those
6.
who are fearful of heart, be strong, do not fear. Here is your God. He will come with vengeance, with terrible recompense, and he will come and save you. Then the eyes of the blind shall be opened, and the ears of the deaf shall be opened, and the lame shall leap like a deer, and the tongue of the speechless sing for joy. For waters shall break forth in the wilderness, and streams in the desert."
Okay, so right here it clearly foretells that the day when God comes, right? Not a creature, not a creature with God
Yeah, and
incarnate.
this was when God saves Israel, and the
Oh,
Israelites
okay.
return to
Well, you
Zion.
understand, old prophecy is not just about contextual Old Testament, right?
Prophecy is a
It,
specific thing, and God
it,
tells you how to test
okay, well,
prophecies in
if we
Deuteronomy
go and read
chapter
the
18.
prophecy, brother, if we go and read the prophecy, it says the day when God comes, and we can look at the Hebrew there. But it says the day God comes, the eyes of the blind will be open, the lame will leap like a deer, the dead will be brought. All these things, Jesus said it's him. Okay, so Jesus said when John the
Sounds
Baptist,
more like you're just cherry picking lines from the
I'm
New
not sure, but
Testament and
what
then
we can
looking at
go
some
through.
lines that sort of say the same thing from the Old Testament, and
No,
you're
no, no.
saying
They
this is
don't
a
sort of
prophecy
say
about
the same.
Jesus.
Okay, brother, we can go ahead and read it. I have many more verses to show you, okay? And I'm not even reading my Bible. I'm just telling you right now. It says, the day when God comes, the eyes of the blind shall be opened. Jesus
Yep, and
applied
that's the
that.
day
Okay.
that the exiles return to
No, no, no.
Zion. And
That's prof.
contextually, this is about Israel, not about Jesus.
Oh, okay. So just listen, brother. Jesus applied this to himself when John the Baptist asked him, "Are you the
That's
one?"
not Jesus fulfilling a
Can I
prophecy.
can
That's
I
just
finish?
Jesus thinking he fulfills prophecy, which
That's
happened a
not
bunch of
Jesus.
times.
Okay, so then he just thought he just thought he healed the lame, right? He just
Yeah,
thought
that's
he
why I
healed
call him
the.
delusional too.
So you don't listen. Jesus healed the blind. Jesus healed the lame. This is a prophecy in the Old
I
Testament
don't
saying,
think he did. I think the New
well,
Testament is saying he did these things.
oh well, you have no proof of that. We can get into that later. But you said,
You
remember,
have no proof he did these
brother,
things.
you're bunny hopping all over the place. You told me, right? When I came in, you said, which one of these would you like to debate? You said Jesus has
Yeah,
no
that's
problem.
what we're talking
Well,
about.
can
I
I
haven't
finish the
changed topics
sentence,
here.
please, before I go?
If
You
you stay on
said if
track, yeah.
I, well, we're on track. You're the one bunny hopping all over the place saying, oh, well, now the argument is not
Never
that
moved.
Jesus fulfills one. Now I don't even believe the New Testament.
This
Brother,
isn't a
if you don't
prophecy
even
about
believe
Jesus.
the
That's
New
what I'm telling
Testament, why
you.
are you here trying to debate people on the New Testament? Because any verse they give you, you will just run into your rat hole and say, well, I don't believe it.
No, you
You
can
would,
give me an actual
uh,
prophecy
I just
that's
gave
being
you one.
fulfilled in
Okay, well,
Jesus
let me
contextually.
finish.
That would be great. This isn't a prophecy about
We can
Jesus.
go
This is
through
about the return to
10,000
Zion.
more. We can go through 10,000 more. Okay, let me finish this
Well, let's
one.
go through
Okay.
another one because I don't
Well,
think
okay.
this
No,
one's
no, no.
fulfilled in
We'll go
Jesus.
into
This is
another
about
one.
the
No, we're not
return of
gonna
the
run. We're
redeemed to
not gonna run
Zion.
from this, brother. Okay. This
I'm not running
prophecy.
from anything.
Okay,
I'm
well,
just literally
I,
read the title of it again.
let
That's
me
chapter
finish. Let
35
me
of
finish my
Isaiah. It's about the
argument,
return to
please.
Zion. Yeah.
Let me finish the argument, please. Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah,
Okay,
go ahead.
so this says that when God comes, okay, God comes, that's what it says, Elohim. When he comes, the eyes of the blind shall be open. So when John the Baptist was asking Jesus, are you the one who is to come? Notice how Jesus didn't say yes or no. He said yes in a way that only the people in the Old Testament knowledge would understand what he's saying. He just claimed to be God who comes and heals the blind, heals the lame, heals the dead. This is prophecy fulfilled. Okay, now we can move on to the next
No,
point. No, what do you mean, no, brother?
this
This
is
is what
not
I'm
a
talking
prophecy
about, right?
about Jesus.
If
That's what I'm
you're,
saying. You
if
can't
you're,
just say whatever you want as a prophecy because it's
okay,
not. This is
okay,
about the
so
redeemed.
it just so
This is about
happens. It just
the
so happens that
Israelites
in the Old
returning to
Testament,
Zion
it says that when
from the
God comes, the
exile.
eyes of the blind shall be opened, the lame will walk. And then Jesus
This doesn't
just
say
so
he's going to
happens.
heal blind people. The eyes of the
Oh,
blind
it
is
doesn't say.
Israel. Israel are
No,
blind
no.
because they
Okay.
stopped seeing God.
Stop
That's the whole point.
interpreting your
That's the
own text.
context of
Stop.
Isaiah.
That's not the context because this is
It
prophecy.
is too.
You're talking about
Yeah.
the context in the Old Testament. I'm talking about
No
prophecy.
shit.
You
That's why I'm
understand
saying Jesus
how? Okay.
contextually fills the
So in
prophecy.
the Old Testament, how were they supposed to tell you this is about Jesus Christ when Jesus wasn't even born yet?
They
This is
never
what
mentioned Jesus in
prophecy.
the Old Testament, not
How
once.
could they? That's what I'm asking you. How could they even mention
They
Jesus?
can't.
They can't because he's not even born yet. That's what prophecy is. It's
No
not going to
shit.
tell you
A
exactly.
prophecy is something that's going to happen,
Okay, so
right?
I want you to tell
So if
everybody
they were
here that
prophesying
it just
somebody
so
later on,
happens
they
to
would
be
be able
that
to prophesy Jesus.
we can go on to the next one, but first I want you to tell everybody here that it just so happened that Jesus said the exact same things that were applied in the Old Testament to
Hey,
God to
no
himself.
argument there, buddy. Jesus
Oh,
quotes a bunch of
okay,
stuff from the Old
okay.
Testament. That
No,
doesn't mean it's a prophecy, and it
he
doesn't mean
didn't.
he knows what he's talking about. He
So now
clearly
you don't
doesn't know
even
what he's
believe the
talking
New
about.
Testament. Now we're back to square one. Anything I
No, I
gave you,
don't
you're
believe the
just
New
gonna say I
Testament
don't
because
believe.
it says a
Then
bunch of
why are
false
you
things about the
arguing
Old
for it?
Testament and it doesn't even know what
Why
it's
are
talking
you
about.
arguing for it? If anything, anybody gives you
Because
evidence,
you
instead
think
of
it
going back
does, and I'm
at
trying to
you,
show you that it doesn't. This is a debate.
I'm
We're
showing you that
debating
it does. And
this.
you said you decided
It
to
doesn't.
blast in your own
You're
interpretation
saying if Jesus quotes
that the
something, that's a
eyes.
prophecy fulfilled. That's
That's
ridiculous.
not what I said. I said this is exact
Yes,
quotation
it
from the Old
is.
Testament. Okay, so now you have to say that
And
Jesus
quoting the Old
did.
Testament is
Jesus
not
heal the
fulfilling
blind? Yes or
prophecy.
no?
Do you
Did
understand
Jesus
that?
heal the blind? Yes or no? Or did he just say so?
No.
I'm
He
gonna
just said
press you
so.
on that. What's your proof that he just said so? Okay, because you're over here.
Because there's no proof he actually did any of that
What
crap.
proof do you
If you're going to
have?
say he did do it, you have to
Saying
prove
there's
it.
no proof is not proof. Tell me what proof do you have that Jesus did not do these things?
You
Okay.
can't prove somebody didn't do something. What are you
Of
talking about?
course you can, because you're saying he didn't. Either you
Can
lived
you
at that
prove
time
a
period.
blind guy 2,000 years ago got their sight back? Or is
Listen,
this just a
if you're
story?
saying that Jesus Christ didn't do these things, either you were alive at that time or you have some contextual
And if you're
exegesis.
saying he did, that means you were alive to witness it, or you just
That
believe it
no, no,
because the
no.
book says it.
Oh,
So
exactly.
we're in the
What?
same boat
No,
here. We're
we're
going to
not
have
in
to
the
get to
same boat
something
because the
meaningful and
Bible is accurate
disprovable.
history.
There's no point in arguing about
All you're
this.
saying is that it's not. You're not giving counter evidence. I just gave you, and
You're
just to
just saying
remind you,
Jesus healed the blind person and you're
yes,
telling me to prove he
that's
didn't do
not what I
it. Like,
said.
that makes
Jesus
no
healed the
freaking
blind. He
sense.
raised
Yes,
the
it
dead.
is.
He made the lame walk. He made the blind see. Exact quotation from the Old Testament. Just to remind you, you said which one of these things would you like
I
to
can quote the
argue?
Old Testament right now. It doesn't
Go.
mean I'm
It,
fulfilling a prophecy, does it?
well, I mean, first of all, right? If you had eyewitnesses at that time period, say
There's
you
no eyewitnesses.
say you healed the blind, and I was right there
No
next to you.
eyewitnesses. There's not a single eyewitness testimony in the entire Bible.
You want to hop onto that because we can, okay? But just before
No, I
that,
want you to show us a prophecy that's an actual prophecy that
I just
Jesus
showed
fulfills.
you a prophecy.
No, you didn't. That's not a prophecy. That you showed us
You're
Jesus
saying
quoting the
it
Old
just so
Testament.
happens. No, that's
Jesus
not him
quoting the
quoting
Old
that.
Testament is not a
Okay, go
prophecy.
ahead. Go ahead and read Matthew. Okay, chapter 11, and let's read verses 1 all the way to 10. Let's see the context, okay? Let's see if Jesus is quoting the
I'm
Old
not reading
Testament.
verse 1 to 10.
Oh,
This don't have
well,
nothing to do
that's
with the
the
prophecy being fulfilled.
context.
There's a
That's
whole
the
bunch of
context.
places where it says this is a
Listen,
prophecy fulfilled. Like, let's talk about one of those.
no, we're talking about this one. We can move on to another one, but I'm going to corner you on this
This
until you
isn't
read
a
it. So,
prophecy, and we have covered
listen,
this.
you said the context wasn't Jesus saying he's just quoting the Old Testament. I'm telling you, he's applying it to himself. He's not quoting it just willy-nilly. He's saying that's me. The Old Testament says God will come and do all this, this, and this. Jesus says that's me. Okay? That's prophecy. But if you don't want to accept it because you don't believe in it, that doesn't
What does
mean
God
it's
say a
not true.
prophecy is in the
Do you
Old
want to
Testament?
hop onto the next
What does
subject?
God say a prophecy is in the Old Testament?
Listen, I like how you like hopping when you can't answer the questions.
What does
I'll hop
God
with
say a
you.
prophecy is? What
I'll
is a
hop with
prophecy
you.
according to God?
I'll hop with
What
you.
is a prophecy?
Listen, brother, I'm
I'm only
about
going to ask one more time.
okay, well, before you send me out of here, just know that you asked me which one of these premises would you like to argue?
All right. And we spent 10 minutes arguing about a prophecy that's not even a fucking prophecy. Jesus quoting something from the Old Testament is not a prophecy, no matter how bad you want it to be. And coincidentally, there's a whole bunch of prophecies that it does say Jesus fulfilled as prophecy. So it's insane to argue that Jesus quoting in the Old Testament is a prophecy. And then you can't even answer a question about what a prophecy actually is. So there's no point in having this because you do not know what a prophecy is, sir, unfortunately. All right, let's move on to see if Mr. KK is here. KK, you there? Hello? KK? Going in 3, 2, 1. I don't think KK was here on purpose. I wasn't, Taylor. I thought about that too, though. Oh, 2Ks is okay, but if you start adding more, you're running some serious risk of looking really bad here. All right. Who's next? Unchanged. Unchanged, you there?
Oh, my bad. I'm a agnostic anti-theist. I did not mean to request. I must have been tapping.
Oh, no worries, bro.
like
No
and
worries. I'll drop you back. It happens all the time. No worries. Happens all the time. Let's see who did. Demir, you there? Nope. Whoops. All right. Well, we don't have the queue is empty now. I have went through them all. Let me see what we ended up getting. Numbers wise, is looking great, except for no followers this live. I don't know what that's like, and you can't never tell though. Anyway, so a prophecy. What is a prophecy? A prophecy is not quoting something. That's not what a prophecy is. A prophecy is when God literally puts his words and they come out of the mouth of a prophet. That's what a prophecy is. When it reveals information or gives comfort, even, you can call those prophecies. But Jesus quoting a line from the Old Testament is not a prophecy being fulfilled. A prophecy is when information is given that says X will happen and then X actually happens. That's what a prophecy is. A prophecy says, hey, this Messiah is going to come and do all this shit. So a prophecy fulfilled would be this Messiah coming and actually doing all that shit. That is what a prophecy is. You cannot say that Jesus quoting Psalm 22 before he died is fulfilling a prophecy. That is absolutely ridiculous, and it's a cope with needing Jesus to fulfill prophecy when he clearly doesn't. Just for examples, let me get back to this real quick. All right, Psalm 22. This is a lament of David. This is David talking to God. When God put his words in the mouth, like when Jeremiah or Isaiah speak for God, they are literally talking as God. They are saying, I will do this, and I will do that. I will command this. I will command that. I is God, but it's a person talking. Clearly, Isaiah is not God. The point is that God's words are coming out of that prophet's mouth and giving information. That's what a prophecy is, and it has to be testable according to Deuteronomy 18. It says, if these things do not happen, then it is not a prophecy from God. So you have specific testable information. So if you start reading Psalm 22 here, it becomes abundantly clear in the first few lines that this is not a prophecy. This is not God putting his words in the mouth of David. This is David's words to God. It's the opposite of a prophecy. It says, my God, why have you forsaken me? He's asking God a question. This isn't God asking a question or giving information. It says, why are you so far from helping me? From the words of my groaning. Oh my God, I cry by day, but you do not answer, and by night, but find no rest. Like, this is David asking God things is not prophecies, no matter how bad Christians want it to be. But it just goes to show you, honestly, the intellectual dishonesty that they engage in to try to hold this belief. And I'm sure they don't consider it intellectual dishonesty, but that's what it is. Because clearly this is not a prophecy. Because it's not God's words coming out of David's mouth. That's what an actual prophecy would be. That's what would make David a prophet, giving prophecy, is that the words of the prophet, which are God's words, come out of his mouth. So That's what prophecies is. That's what prophecies is. All right, let me see my numbers here. Good Lord. Oh my goodness. This is awesome. Oh, maybe it's KK here. KK, you there? KK. I appreciate you. Your furious thumbs tapping the screen there, but a couple times. Yes, sir. You didn't answer though. I don't know what's happening, man. If you're requesting up on purpose, you can request up, but you'll have to talk. Tell us to get your grandson to help you. Get God to help you. That would be cool. The Lord will make a path in the TikTok. Oh, and just again, while we're waiting on the next guest, in case you didn't see earlier, TikTok won't show us, but we have Dr. Josh's book, Learn to Read Hebrew. It can be yours for only $29.95 on Amazon. And this will support Dr. Josh and his family. It will help you learn freaking biblical Hebrew, which would be pretty awesome, wouldn't it? I'll plug that a lot. Y'all might get tired of it. Y'all gonna know Hebrew just from seeing the front of this book before it's over with there. You're welcome, Dr. Josh. You're welcome. I'm just tickled shitless about diving into this thing. Especially certain parts. There's already stuff I want to like look up and relate and stuff. Especially Isaiah 53. Especially Isaiah 53. Wouldn't it be wild if that was a page from Isaiah 53? They were wounded for our transgressions. Not he. They. That's the Hebrew. I don't think it'll even matter. I'll learn Hebrew and then I'll read them Hebrew and they'll be like, yeah, don't say that. God damn it. I'll be like, God dang it. I went and learned Hebrew to read y'all Hebrew and y'all just tell me it don't say what it says in Hebrew. Oh, that would be great. And then make a little list, Dr. Josh, then. So we would learn, like, I guess the most important thing to learn first would be, like, the alphabet. So maybe I just need to memorize the alphabet first. Woo, that's a lot of letters. Dr. Josh, or have any of y'all, do any of y'all just happen to remember that Chris Farley movie, Almost Heroes? Does anybody remember that? It had, what was his name? Matthew Perry and Chris Farley. You know, Chandler from Friends. Remember that movie? Y'all remember the part where Matthew Perry was teaching Chris Farley's character, he's going to teach him how to read. And he said, this is the lowercase a. It makes the a sound. Chris Farley's like, do you want my head to explode? I hope that's not me learning Hebrew. That's a great movie, though. If y'all haven't watched that in a while, that's good. I ain't thought about it in a while, but the movie's hilarious. Anyway, if you are a Christian and you want to come up and debate us on one of these topics up here, come on up. The queue is wide open. And we just got one right when I was saying that. Muscles Jack, are you there?
How are you?
Muscles? Hey, what's up, man? Are you over 18?
I am 32.
Awesome. Are you a Christian?
I'm not, but I mean, I just wanted to applaud you for what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, and all hail Satan.
Oh, hail Satan. Well, I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, if y'all didn't know, I had a new rule. If you want to come up and tell me how cool I am, I can allot a few seconds for that. You know, we could little grace period there. If you want to tell me how cool I am, that's we allow that here. That's cool. And we appreciate that, Muscles. But yeah, if you are a Christian and you want to come up and debate us, there is no wait right now. We need a Christian to talk to. And if we don't get one in just a minute, I'll start pointing out some more prophecies that Jesus don't fulfill. All unguided and everything, with nobody to rebut me. We can't let this happen, y'all. Might just read some more Psalm 22. Listen to this one verse. It says, but I am a worm and not a human, scorned by others and despised by the people. I don't remember Jesus ever calling himself a worm and not a human, or saying he wasn't, like, comparing himself like that. In fact, everybody I've ever asked that says, no, I don't think Jesus said that. That's why I started asking people, do you think this is all a prophecy about Jesus, or you know, just a couple lines in here? Ha 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 ha. Oh, let's try exalted here. Oh, that must have been an accident. I just happened to catch the name Angry Antitheist when Angry Antitheist was explaining to someone else that he's not angry. Oh, timing. That's hilarious. Good morning, Rick. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Again, if you haven't been here before, this is the Apostate 8 channel, where you can watch an undereducated hick from Alabama perform an intellectual takedown of Christian logic, faith, and doctrine. Time magazine says that this is the #1 debate channel this decade. Forbes magazine says this channel will be worth $1 billion by the end of this year. Cosmopolitan says this is the most intellectual debate stream of all time. And Field and Stream magazine says the ape catches the biggest largemouth bass and hunts down Christian ideologies and stuff. How cool is that, y'all? I mean, you can't beat this. I mean, y'all heard it there. It's Time magazine. So, I mean, don't go look or anything. I'll send you if y'all ask me, I'll send you a copy of that. Don't go try to find it though, but ask me and I'll send you one to prove all that stuff I just said. Anyway, if you are a Christian, come on up and debate us, or else I might have to actually try to restart or something. I don't want to do that. I've only had to restart the stream a couple of times the whole time I've been doing this. What's happened? My goal is almost hit. My gift goal. I only need one more antler thingy to hit my gift goal. One more antler thingy. Anybody got me there? With the antler thingies. Thank you for the heart, Henry. Appreciate that. See Henry a lot up in here. Y'all tap that screen for me. Keep those algorithms flowing today. Keep it flowing. Let's see. We'll do a random Hebrew reading here. Oh, good Lord. I hadn't seen a book like this since I was in middle school. I didn't say this book in middle school, though. I'd have quit school in elementary if this was in middle school. Holy shit. This is the ha. It makes the ha sound in the Hebrew alphabet. That's scary. Vowel, consonant, vowel. It would help if I remember what any consonants were. Dr. Josh, I hope they turned you good at Johns Hopkins, because you're going to have your word cut out trying to buy ass. Oh boy, oh boy. I can barely speak English, so it might be crazy for me to try to learn Hebrew, man. I might ought to learn English first. Learn some fucking King's English up in here. Oh, man. Scary. I'm excited, though. I'm definitely going to try. I don't know. Maybe I might not be the type of person that's good at reading something and remember it, but if somebody tells me something, like if I hear words, I'm pretty good at remembering them. Maybe I'm a hearer, or need somebody to hold my hand and show me these things. Walk me through it like I'm a wee little babe. Just... What? Somebody sent me one? Who was it? Who sent me the antlers? I need to know who antlered me. I don't see anything. Who did that? Yo, whoever sent me those antlers, thank you. I appreciate you. Was it you, Jennifer? What happened? What did I say? I can't see anything. I'm in a panic right now. Dude, thank y'all so much. We hit my gift goal. Can't believe it. That shocks me almost every time, because I said it kind of high intentionally, and then people hit it. It's crazy. Actually, I'm making a little money doing this. Oh, so cool. So cool. All right. Well, we still need somebody to debate in here on this debate channel, don't we? So I guess just keep tapping that screen and listen to me babble nonsense until we get somebody else in here to debate. Usually never takes long. Have to wait 5 or 10 minutes sometimes. That's usually about it. Otherwise, it's been a pretty good stream today. I've still got a good hour and a half I can be on too. So let's keep it rolling. I can't believe I'm over 1,700 followers now. That blows my freaking mind. I started this channel. I started it back in July, but I didn't start doing like regular streams till about 3 months ago. So in 3 months, I've literally went from, I might have got like 200 followers from making little videos at first, but to over 1,700 now is just crazy to me. Blows me away. Blows Time Magazine away too, and Cosmopolitan, and what was the other one I said before? Oh, Forbes. Forbes keeps an eye on the channel here to monitor the amazing success and growth that this channel's incurring here. It's unbelievable. Does Dr. Josh, Jennifer wants to know if you do a book club. Oh, so if you get this book, they do have, and correct me if I'm wrong, Dr. Josh, but they do have actual classes you can sign up for. So anybody can sign up and learn directly from Dr. Josh and Megan. And not just Hebrew. Dr. Josh speaks all kinds of languages. He can cuss you out in like 4 different ancient languages. And if that's not impressive, I don't know what the fuck is. I don't know what is if that's not impressive. But yeah, I think he said it was like 90 minutes a week for several weeks, something. I don't know what several weeks are. I don't remember what he said there. But you can sign up for their classes and learn the language from the masters themselves, which is what I will be doing before long. It's kind of scary though. Like apparently Hebrew is a pretty easy ancient language to learn compared to other ones. He said Akkadian's way harder to learn. Probably a lot more to it. Like I talked to an archaeologist one time. He was an archaeologist from South America though. He said he had to learn like the Mayan language. You know, where how many vowels does English have? 6, 7, something like that. Who knows? That's a mystery, I think. But of the sometimes Y vowels, so if we got like whatever it is, 6, Mayan has over 50 vowels. Over 50. So like how hard would it be to learn a language that has over 50 vowels and uses? Like that's got to be so complicated, it's crazy. I don't know though. I think you're reading the wrong Bible. What's the right Bible? Am I reading the wrong one? Which one am I supposed to read? Which one of the Bibles is the inerrant word of God again? Which one? Which one is it? I've got them all right here, actually. There's got to be like 50 different versions here available. I got a message. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. If we don't get someone to debate in here, I don't know, maybe in the next 5, 6, 7 minutes, we'll try a reset and see what happens there. We usually don't have to, though. Sometimes it takes a minute. But King James is the most accurate? You got to be kidding me. Never listen to anyone who tells you the King James Bible is the most accurate, because they have absolutely no clue what they're talking about. That's insane. It's not even contemporary English. No credible seminary on the planet uses the King James version. Like it's not even in modern English. Like that makes no sense at all. We have way more manuscripts now, way more knowledge, way more scholars. How could you argue a modern translation is not better when there's way more information to translate them off of? We know that our Shira is not a bush now. That's cool. King James didn't know that. King James also didn't know that Passover is not Easter in a case or two. I don't know if any of y'all ever listened to Christ Before Jesus. His information's like, it's pretty undeniable, I think, but it's like, wow, it's way off. Like, he says Paul did not write at all in the first century. Like, all the data science on Paul shows that Paul was written, like, basically by, who was it, Ignatius or whatever, Irenaeus in the 2nd century. Like, wow. If that's the case, that's crazy. Evolution's like Pokemon. Who said that? I want to say that. Oh, shit. We're not even getting accidental requests up right now. That's what's weird. It's not totally strange to go a few minutes without a Christian to debate, but it is strange that there's not even accidental requests up coming through the queue there. That's all right. We'll give it 5 more minutes to see what happens. And I appreciate you all hanging out with me until we get somebody to debate in here. It does happen every now and then. We usually get somebody, though. Had a couple good ones already. This is good debates today. I don't think anybody like proved us wrong or nothing, but hey, that last guy, like, I don't agree with him, but at least he did it right. Like, he showed me in the New Testament where what's said, and then in the Old Testament. I mean, that's about the best you can ask for, really. Even though it's not an actual, like, verbatim, like, hey, he's fulfilling this, where it says a bunch of times, but it's still cool. It's cool. It's cool, man. Somebody requesting here.
Hey, what's
James,
up?
are you there? What's up, buddy? Are you over 18?
How you doing?
Doing good. Are you over 18?
Yeah. Actually, I'm 40.
Cool. Are you one of the Christians?
Yeah.
Cool, cool. So which one of these topics you want to debate us on here today?
I mean, I just came in. I wasn't sure what you wanted to debate, but I mean,
I got
anything.
some topics up there.
Yeah. I see 2. Oh,
Jesus
that's
fulfills
3 on top,
prophecy?
right? Okay.
Oh, I thought you
I'm,
meant the number 2.
oh no. I seen 2 different things. Okay. I mean, anyone, whichever one y'all been discussing. You know.
Well, which one do you feel the strongest about up there in your own mind? Like, which one can you make the best argument for, you think, up here?
Either one equally, I believe.
So you think God is just, all
Yeah.
just, never does anything unjust, right?
No.
So would you agree that justice is getting what you deserve?
Yeah.
So would you agree that it's ever... I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. You go ahead.
Well, I was saying, would it ever be considered justice, like if you committed some crimes and then a bunch of other people, like your family or somebody, got the punishment instead of you?
If my family committed crimes and somebody else got the punishment, are we speaking
No,
like
if you committed
like,
crimes and they got the punishment for it.
but are we speaking as far as what crime and punishment is here on earth, what we determine as humans, or in like a biblical type of way?
No, I'm talking about me and you, what we determine as justice.
Yeah,
It's the only
but what I'm saying
standard I know
is
of, so.
there's a difference between there's always a difference between earthly things and biblical things. Always, heavenly things
What's the
are
difference?
completely different than earth. We
What's the
made up
difference
our
in
own
justice
laws.
and heaven justice and earth justice?
We as humans made up our own earthly laws and justice, or whoever it was, in the past made that up themselves. So we follow that, in the flesh, in the spirit, in heaven, and in the spirit, like with everything godly, is a completely different thing.
So do you think it's justified that God unalived a guy for picking up sticks on the wrong day of the week?
Yeah, I do.
That's justified. Is it justified that he unalived a woman for looking in the wrong direction?
But okay, well, can you say that it's unjustified?
Yeah, the crime don't seem to fit the punishment.
Outside of earthly things, what we determine on earth as ourselves as humans, outside of that, right? If we think outside of that, can you still say that you think it's unjust?
I don't know what it means to think outside of that. I have no ability to think outside of my head.
That's the
Like,
point. Because when we're
well,
talking about
let's just
God,
stick with the one ability that we do have, and that's thinking for ourselves.
no, but when we talk about it, God is in heaven, right? God is otherworldly. God is not here on earth. God is otherworldly, right? God is spiritual. It's
Is he
a totally different
omnipresent?
realm. Yes, he is present, but it's a totally different thing. If you read the Bible, you know it's outside of this world, right?
What's the difference then? What's the difference? How can we compare them?
I've just told you the difference. The difference is you're speaking of things that man has thought of for himself. But when we look at the Bible, it's completely different than what man thought of, right? Which makes all the debate, right? And God is outside of that, right? His kingdom is outside, right, of the firmament. It's above the firmament, right? He sits on top of it. So he's outside of this. So you can't compare what's going on spiritually outside of the firmament with what's going on here on earth. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I have no standard of a concept of justice that I have no way to access.
That's the point. But that's what the word teaches you. When you read it in depth and you ask for it, it teaches you that way to understand how to start to understand that it's a difference.
So if you do understand it, then tell us what the difference is. What is the difference in your and I concept of justice as humans, and what is the difference in the standard of justice in the Bible?
I can't tell you exactly what God said, but I can tell you from my beliefs and what I've learned and things is that everything has its purpose. And when you take time, we've seen over time, over history, it might take 10, 15, 20 years, right? But we'll see a certain thing happen, right? And we're like, no, wait. We think, oh, why did that happen? That's you know, that's crazy. Like everybody's up in uproar, but all of a sudden, like something good comes out of it for no reason. But I mean, like it's on the basis that we don't know exactly why, but it tells us that it's a perfect will for that reason. Everything that happens is for its reason, and it doesn't mean that just because like you said, or should someone's family get punished for what they did? And we might see it as, somebody's family got punished here on earth, but it's not necessarily that God is punishing them in the way that we see. You know, it might be for our, a sight for us to believe that.
So you said it was justified that God unallowed the guy for picking up sticks. Like, how does that make sense?
No, listen,
like,
at
what
the
sort
same
of
time,
justice is that?
God being all powerful, if he can make the heavens and the earth, he can take that family from that instance before it even happens, just like he could have possibly taken his son Jesus from that instance before it happened to the glory, and we saw it happen to that flesh, but it didn't happen to that spirit. I mean, like, I don't want to go too far.
I'm not sure anybody knows
deep.
What you're talking about right now.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't want to go too deep because, like I delve into a lot. It gets really deep, but I mean, the fact that if God is Almighty, He tells you, it's like you won't cry, you won't feel pain, you won't.
You know that the Old Testament gives us a standard of justice to apply to God, right?
Hmm?
Abraham applies a standard of justice to God.
Okay.
So we can fit God in that standard of justice ourselves.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
I'm saying Abraham held God to a standard of justice as a mortal. And we can do the same thing. We're within our rights to hold God to a standard of justice.
Yeah. I want to debate that. Yeah. As you know,
so how in the world is it justice that God unalive somebody?
No, that's true. That is a part of it. Yeah, you can't do those things, and that is a beautiful thing to be able to do and recognize that you can do that. It is
wonderful. Thank you. So how in the world is it justified that God unalive somebody for picking up sticks on the wrong day of the week?
Because at the same time that we are able to do that, we also have to understand the fact that we don't know the will of God. Yes, we are able to do that and question it.
Yeah, but we can hold him to a standard of justice.
Yeah, Father Abraham, yes.
We don't have to understand God to hold him to a standard of justice.
We understand his position, but at the same time, he is not in the position of God. And many have questioned him, things like that. But it's for their reasons. and it's part of their journey, it's part of their prophecies, all that stuff. But at the same time, they did it for a reason, because it was part of their prophecies and because they have to understand things. But at the end of the day, God knows what's perfect. He made the will perfectly. It says in the Bible. It's
So
perfect.
it was perfect to unalive a guy for picking up sticks.
What?
So it was God's perfect will to unalive a guy for picking up sticks on the wrong day of the week.
See, you're looking at things the wrong way. That's what you see as
I'm
an
looking
earthly
at how
person.
you just told me to look at it.
No, because you're going specifically for one tiny piece of something instead of looking at
It's an
everything that
example
surrounds
of
it.
injustice where the punishment
But
doesn't
you're not,
seem to
but,
fit
but,
the
you're, but
crime.
you're not
Not even
incorporating
close.
everything that surrounds it. You're picking out a piece of something and arguing it. If you look at
You want
everything
a
that
different
surrounds
example?
it, then you'll understand. That's why the Bible says to ask the Lord for understanding, right? And it says to meditate in the Word, right?
Okay, well, I'll tell you what.
That way
I'll
you
ask
can
him right
understand.
now. Dear Lord, if you're up there and you're listening, could you help us understand why you unalived a guy
But
for
you
picking
have
up
to
sticks on
you
the
have
wrong
to
day of the
ask
week,
in
please?
truth
Lord, amen.
and in spirit.
I'm asking in truth. I want to know.
You're not asking in truth. You're asking like you're trying to make a little joke out of it. Such the Lord sees all that
I'm
stuff.
not
He's
making
not
a
going to
joke
show you
of
that
it.
way.
I'm seriously
Now,
asking
I mean,
God why he
if you
did
really
this.
ask
I
him,
want
he
to
will show
know
you.
because you won't tell us. So I'm
Yeah,
asking God myself. You said to
I
ask
mean
him.
that. If
Like,
you
I
really want to
wasn't
ask him,
kidding.
he'll
I was
show you.
dead serious. I was dead serious.
Well, forgive me. But yeah, if you really were, he will show you.
I
I
forgive
guarantee.
you. I'm more merciful than your God is.
See, that's how I know you weren't asking the truth, because you don't want to know.
I was asking the truth.
If you were asking the truth to receive the Spirit, to know, he would open your eyes right then.
Can you ask in truth for us right
But you
now?
can still
you
do. But you can still do it. You can still do it in any moment if you really do want to know. I don't know if this
I
is
do
just a
wanna
show,
know.
but if you really do want to know these things, you can ask. Like, really ask. Like, I'll be
Okay,
surprised to see.
so why don't you ask him real quick, since we know he talks to you and you're a Christian, and you can tell us how to understand this properly.
What do you want me to ask him?
Ask him why he unalived a guy for picking up sticks. How is that justice? Why is he violating the standards of justice we're allowed to hold him to?
Well, why would I ask him that? I don't ask God things like that. When I
That's
speak
what
to
I'm
people
asking
like
you.
I
You
don't.
said that
When I
was
speak to people like
justified.
you, it's not me talking to you. It's the Spirit talking to you. You know what I'm saying?
That's perfect.
So whatever
Have the Spirit tell
whatever the
us
Spirit tells you,
how in the world it's justice.
the Spirit has already told you, right? You keep
Already
saying
told
the
me
same thing from that small part, but yet you haven't looked at everything around it and incorporated it, right?
Everything around it, like what?
How can you take out one small passage and just harp on that without looking at everything
Because
around
a
it
guy
and
got
understand?
unalived for picking up sticks. This is pretty bad.
But why? But why?
For picking up sticks.
But why? No, that's not why. Why did he get unalive for picking up sticks? You're saying the guy just got unalive like
He
God just said,
unalived
you
him
pick up
for
sticks.
picking up sticks. That was his crime, picking up sticks on the wrong day of the week.
And you think that's just as simple as that? As intricate as the Word of
That's what
God
it
is in the
seems
Bible,
like. I'm asking you if you
Wait.
can explain that for us. That would be great.
No, I can't explain these things to you. It's not for me to explain to you. You have to understand the Word for yourself. People, you cannot explain people, which is why I tell a lot of other people, like all these pastors, all these different people, like they read things out of the Bible and try to explain what they understand from that part of the Bible. You can't explain those things to people because people are going to read it the way they need to understand from God, from the Spirit. You can't explain these things to people. You have to understand for yourself. If I try to explain it to you, it's only going to just throw you in different ways. You're going to keep asking the same thing because you're not going to understand the way that I understand. So I can't explain it to you. You have to understand the way you understand, and that comes from God.
Why can't you explain to us how you understand it?
Why can't I explain how I understand it? I try to, but you started saying nobody understands what I'm saying.
Well, I'm saying, no, that's not what I said. I said you didn't actually explain how that's justice. You said it was justified, and I was asking you, how is it justified? And you told me to ask myself, and then went off on
It's
that
justified
tangent.
by the whole picture of it. is how it's justified.
What's the whole picture then? What am I missing?
Everything that comes with. Did you read it? Or did you only read that passage?
Yeah, I've read it. I've read all this. I
read
read it every day. Yeah.
Okay. So what comes before it?
What?
What comes before it?
What do you mean? What comes before it?
What comes before it? You read it every day. What comes before that?
It's in Numbers.
What comes before it, though? You say you read it every day.
I don't know what you're asking
to get the
me.
understanding.
Genesis
You say
comes before it. The creation comes before it. The
you
Exodus
say
came
you
before
know
it.
what
Like,
happened in that specific instance. You say you know what happened. What comes before it? Is all I'm asking.
I don't know what you're asking.
Because you don't understand. Because you didn't read it. Because you're talking on one specific thing. Because you haven't read to understand.
Do you want to go to another one? Because you're not explaining this one. Is there another one you will understand?
No.
Like,
you picked out certain
asking
things.
me a question is not you explaining it.
No. I'm debating with you. You say you want to debate. So I'm telling
you're
you.
Not debating.
You brought up that specific.
To explain it, you're asking me a question. That's not explaining.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That question has to do with me explaining it to you. But if you don't know, if you don't understand what came before and what came after, then how can you know?
You haven't explained nothing.
How can you take what I say?
I can't. You haven't said anything.
Because you don't know what came before or after. You only know that specific point
Holy moly.
to argue.
All right, buddy. Well, we thank you for thanks for coming up, man. But apparently you cannot track a conversation or simple words. All right. Root Bar, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Thanks for having me up and providing a space. 32 years of age.
Cool. Are you a Christian?
Offshoot of Christian, Mennonite. That's offshoot of Christianity. Jesus, God of Abraham, all that stuff. We believe the same stuff.
Okay. Do you have one of these topics you can debate us on here?
I think Jesus is just awesome. As well as the God of Abraham. I think he fulfills all the prophecies. I think he's done his job very well. I just love people, and I feel like that's just fine. God is love, and I love God, and God loves people, and I don't like anger, and I don't like hate,
does God love the babies he had smashed to pieces?
Maybe not so much.
Doesn't sound like he loves everyone then.
Yeah, that's the problem I have. That's why I left. That's why I left my church, because they have a lot of questions unanswered. There's not questions that unanswered, but I feel like it's still fine to want to love people.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Remember the story of Saul?
Which one of these topics would we be debating here?
I don't feel like there's a lot of debate. I'm not in a debating mood. I want to love people.
Oh, well, I hear you. I mean, you ain't got to hate nobody to debate them. But anyway, thanks for coming up, man. But this is just a debate page here. It's cool you love people, though. I have no issue with that. No problema. Who's that? This says strength. That's got to be a Christian, right? Strength in Christ, you there? No? Yes? No? Take up? It's got to be a good debate, right? Or Christian man? Just come back up if you get signal there. You're teacupped out, strength in Christ, but request back up if you get a little signal here. And thank you. Once again, learn some biblical Hebrew. Dr. Josh, only $30 on Amazon. Even if you don't learn it, buy it anyway. Just having it's pretty awesome because you can look up Hebrew alphabet and stuff. You don't even have to learn Hebrew. Like, you can just compare what you're seeing here in the book with stuff and check just words. And that's pretty fucking awesome. It's a specific lexicon here. Sort of. It's not really bad. But pretty amazing. But you can support Dr. Josh, and we love the fuck out of Dr. Josh up in here. Sorry. All right. So, Strength in Christ. Just request back up there if you want to debate us here. That would be great. Might be cool. I could end up selling some of these books for Dr. Josh here. He's going to have to give me a nickel for each one, I think. I'm going to need a nickel kickback for each sale there. Anyway, guys, if you are a Christian and you want to debate us up here, come on up and debate us. We need somebody to debate. This is a debate channel. We need you. We need the Christians. We need them. That's right. Who dat? Polly. Did Polly request up on purpose? Maybe. I feel like that's somebody we've talked to before. We'll see though.
Well,
Polly, you there?
no, you were just begging? Oh my god, there's no fucking dog food.
Okay. Polly wants a cracker. Alright. I don't think Polly meant to do that. I was hollering about some dog food. I hope he wasn't eating the dog food. He said I can't find any fucking dog food. I guess he was hungry, right? No worries, bro. Happens all the time. Y'all, I passed over 1 million likes on the live stream count. We have over a fucking million. That's million with an M. Million. Which is pretty freaking amazing. This whole channel's done, but I say it all the time now, but it blows me away how fast the channel's growing. And it kind of really blows my mind because I don't understand why anybody listens to me. Hey, I'll take it though. I'm glad you do. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know. Never had much of a self-ego, so it blows my mind that people piling here to watch my show. How crazy is that? Sometimes I actually judge people for what, like, me? Really, y'all? This is the best you got? I'm what you got to do with your mornings? That's fucking sad. Sorry. I'm just kidding. I'm glad y'all are here. I love you all. Please don't leave me. I need you. We need Christians to debate too. Need some Christians up in here to debate. So if you reckon, keep tapping that screen. And we'll do what we usually do. Wait 3 minutes. Morning coffee with 8. That's right. That's what I was saying yesterday morning. I said, one of these days it's going to happen. Y'all are going to come up here and there ain't going to be no APON. And it's going to be utter panic, confusion, civil war perhaps. I don't know. Thank you, Wheezy. I appreciate that. Something crazy is going to happen. We all know. I mean, that's just a little prophecy I'm making, I guess, here. But one of these days, it's bound to happen. Like, I can't. This is 63 days in a row. I've been doing this live stream now. And one day there'll come a day where somebody's going to wake up and be like, oh my God, where is Ape? What am I going to do? I don't understand what to do now. I'll walk around in circles. But, you know, just prepare yourselves. One of these days, I'm going to have to take a day off, but not anytime soon. I'm really going to try to make it to 100 days. After that, I might get a little looser when I take a day off. But I think 100 days in a row is pretty realistic at this point. I mean, I made it 63. If I can make it 63, I don't think I can make it 100. That's pretty awesome, though. Excuse me. It's been an hour and a half, and there's been over 1,500 people came through the live. So the live still, the algorithm is flowing. We just need some debates up in here. So if you are a Christian and you want to debate us, come on up. Come on up. Appreciate you all the likes and shares and screen taps and comments and gifts. All that shit TikTok demands. I appreciate all y'all. So, I guess we'll give it a reset the clock for maybe 5 more minutes there and see what happens after that. Sort of approaching. Still got a little while, but we appreciate you. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Y'all clearly see that the ape is the chicest, most popular, most intellectual channel on the planet right now. At least in the northern hemisphere, I would suggest or say. According to Time Magazine, you know, no biggie. But we get all the love in here. We got the best crowd. Y'all see the ape rolls in the best of the circles. Dr. Josh hangs out with us pretty often. We all love Dr. Josh. He is a titan in the debate and Bible world. Let's see if oh, what just happened? Nope, never mind. Unless we're getting accidental request up now. I think that means it's flowing better. But if you're a Christian, there is no wait. The queue is open for you. So come on in. The door's open. Come on in. Seek, knock, enter. Seek, knock, enter. I kind of I've learned that talking to apologists is a little bit different than talking to the average person. I've learned that they tend to piss me off a lot quicker than a regular person is what I've learned. They just come on here like a damn robot. And they're like, why is God unjust? I'm like, because he bashes babies. And they're like, that's just like your opinion, bro. I'm like, okay. Yeah, it's just my opinion. Big win for you there. It's just my opinion. But I don't know. It's just really strange to me, honestly. Really, really strange. Really, really strange. Somebody's name ain't that, is it? Who said that? Where's that shit? Yeah, that's Phil, bro. Like, I love philosophy. I fucking love it. But, like, not for arguments and debate. Like, philosophy isn't for fucking proving things. I never thought it was anyway. My favorite philosopher ever was Lucretius. Like, philosophy, like, helps you rationalize life in the world. Like, it's not for fucking proving things. It's not a proof that something happens. Not that you can't necessarily prove or disprove things with an argument, but you have to, you're not going to do it by, like, you can't debate justice by trying to argue the underlying justification for it. Like, that's stupid. Like, just agree on what justice is, agree on an example of injustice, and then all you got to do is line up and see if God fits or not. It's almost like they know if they actually have that conversation, it's over. Ooh, Bethlehem is a bloodline. Somebody commented on one of my, I got a notification for one of my YouTube videos there. Someone says Bethlehem is definitely a bloodline. Clearly it is, according to the Bible. It says it's a clan. Bethlehem is a clan, according to Micah 5, not a town that the Messiah has to be born in. Bethlehem of Ephrathah. Bethlehem of Ephrathah. That's right. As a matter of fact, I think Ephrathah would have been an area, so if you read it contextually, then yeah, Bethlehem would have been in the area of Ephrathah. So you could say it was like a town in the area, but that don't really make sense. But when it says it's a clan, it does make sense. Because it's what started the ancient line of David. The Ancient of Days. The Old of Days. The Ancient of Old of Days. It's pretty cool, right? Alright, guys, come on in. Y'all got to debate us here. I don't want to stop or restart again, whatever. I don't think I've only done 2 resets the entire time I've been doing the live streams. But I don't see the point in doing one when there's only like 25 minutes left anyway, so. God, I love doing this though. You just never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to talk to. You never know who's going to pop up. It's awesome, awesome stuff, y'all. Awesome, awesome stuff. We usually always get a few good debates too, though. But I mean, I don't even think people requesting up matters necessarily how big the channel is, because even huge channels sit there for a while sometime without people to debate, so I'm not even sure that's That's the issue. As long as the algorithm's flowing, I think that's about all you can ask for. And it's definitely flowing. Like, the numbers are looking good. Pretty much all of them. You should make the last 30 minutes open to friendlies. Hey, that's a good idea, actually. I'll tell you what. Great idea, Randy. Great idea. I've actually never done that before. So, I think that's pretty cool. Maybe we'll do that. All right, here, I'll tell you what. So, I've got 25 minutes left, and here's what we'll do. For the rest of this stream, officially, screw all the Christians. We're about to do the first ever open to friendlies request up. So if you got a crazy atheist story, come tell us about it. Tell us about how you... Actually, we're going to make it... Let me say this, though. I'm going to allow friendlies up for the first time, but that doesn't mean you can rant for the next half hour until this is over. I'll bring you up. If you got a cool or funny or scary story to tell us about Christians or your deep conversion, take like 30 seconds, a minute, and tell us. But let's try to keep it where we can fit several people up in here if y'all want to come up. All right. So let's try it. Let's see what happens. Maybe I can improv some. We'll do some funny shit too. I'll make goofy comments about people's goofy experiences. How about that? Let's bring in Randy. Great idea, Randy. Thanks for coming up. Tell us a crazy story.
Just want to say I love your live. You're one of my favorites, and listen to you every morning. Somebody mentioned the bread and the cosmic connection earlier. I think they were talking about the Fibonacci sequence, which is a sequence that you see in like the galaxies, the way the arms go out. And if you look at like a sunflower or a pine cone, it has that same kind of growing, or like a snail shell. It gets bigger as it gets wider and gets further out. And I found an interesting a guy that runs a kids like a summer camp for like they do experiments and stuff. And he explained, he's like, anytime you have anything growing, like a worm that gets bigger and bigger, gets longer and wider at the same time, but is connecting to itself to keep strength, like a snail shell, will always have that Fibonacci sequence, because as you get wider and longer, you have nowhere to grow but spiraling outward. And that's why all of those things like hurricanes, galaxies, they all grow the same way. It's not God's fingerprint. It's just the way physics has to work. And it was such a simple explanation for something that shouldn't be that magical. Anyway, I just thought it was interesting. Somebody mentioned that earlier in the comments.
Yes, I did see the bread geometry comment that proves God.
I think that's that Fibonacci
y'all heard
sequence.
it here, folks. Bread proves God.
Yeah, I've heard people point to that as the explanation of the magic of the world, you know?
That's that unleavened bread, right?
It must be, absolutely. Anyway,
unleavened bread geometry.
Exactly. It all proves it, right? Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, I appreciate your approach to everything, and again, I'm a big fan, so I'll keep listening. So thank you.
Thank you, buddy. Heck yeah, I appreciate the shit out of that, Mr. Randy.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming up there, buddy. We appreciate the shit out of you. I do love bread. Bread's good. Bread is next to godliness, is what they say. That's what I hear. Anyway, if you are a friendly for the first time ever, we're having some friendlies up for friendly stories. But if you got a little tidbit you want to add, if you want to comment on something somebody said earlier, if you know anything about bread proving God, perhaps, this is your chance. You can come up and tell us. This is my first ever allowing friendlies up to saying stuff. Joram, come on up.
Hey, friend, what's going on, brother?
What's going on, man?
Hey, man, another day at it here.
I hear you. What you got for us today?
Nothing, man. I just come by to say hello, really, man. Just check on you.
Cool. I'm good.
That's what friends do, ain't it?
That's right.
All right, man, doing good. Yeah.
Friends just don't let friends
doing good, man. Man, sometimes you get run over.
Can you, since we're friends now, can you give me a ride to Walmart later, by the way?
Where you at?
North Alabama.
North Alabama, you ain't too far. I don't know about today, but one of these days, man.
Oh, I need to run down there today. I got to get some bread. I got to pray to God.
man.
I ain't got no bread.
Hey, buddy, that bread's right between the binders there.
We need some unleavened bread. I need to ride to Walmart so I can get some unleavened bread.
I don't know if you're gonna find
You
it
ain't got
there,
like a
man.
semi you can come down here and pick me up in?
No,
Large pickup
no,
truck?
man, I'd like to get down there to North Alabama sometime. I was wanting to go to Dinosaur Land down there. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh my goodness, I ain't going there with you, but you're talking about that fucking Kent Hovind thing, ain't you?
Yeah, I like him for some reason, man. He's
Just when
different.
I thought we could be friends.
Oh, come on, man. Everybody's got their own thing. You know what I mean? You
But
can't
Kent
be mad at
Hovind,
nobody
really?
for looking.
Dr. Josh does an
You
amazing Kent
know,
Hovind impression.
he seemed
A
like
dog is a
he's
dog, and a
looking.
dog will only ever be a dog because dogs only have dogs.
Hey, buddy, ain't nobody got it all right, do they?
I don't know, but Kent Hovind certainly don't. In fact, it's
No,
probably
maybe
like one of the
not.
biggest jokes in the debate world.
I told him one day, I called him because he said, "Hey, call me if you want to talk." And I just said, "Man," I said, "stick to the creation thing," because he got off on some other stuff. I was like, "Man, don't even." I was like, "You're going to blow up on that," because he started talking about
You know,
flat
he
Earth.
thinks
I was like,
dinosaurs and
"Don't even
humans
talk
live
about
together, right?
it." Man, I think we're all going to be surprised about what the reality is one day. But
Do you think
I
humans live
think
with
I think
dinosaurs?
I don't think nothing. The minute I
Yeah,
open my mouth, the minute I become a fool.
I hear you. Well, Kent Hovind's opened his mouth a lot.
Yeah, yeah. But I want to go see him anyway. He's definitely a different bird for sure.
Definitely, definitely. Kind of like a dodo bird almost.
Now.
Pretty different. They're extinct. I mean,
Man, I heard a guy say something. He said that birds don't breathe out, they breathe in constantly. You ever heard that?
never heard that.
I'm going to look it up because I heard a guy on here saying it. I don't want to like espouse it to anybody, but he said that birds breathe in and their bones are hollow and that the air fills their bones and they got air sacs. So they're like
Air
little
sacs.
air sacs and they're like little floating balloons and they don't breathe the air back out their mouth. They fart it out. So like we're walking around
That's
breathing
something.
bird farts all the time, I guess.
Cow farts too are here. So gross. Why would a loving God make us breathe bird and cow farts all day?
I don't know, man. That's pretty wild.
It is wild.
Pretty wild.
Can't be true, right?
Pretty wild.
Don't that debunk God that
I'm
he's making us being loving? Like,
I don't think so, man. We make it however long we're supposed to make it.
I know birds. Some
You
birds
know,
have corkscrew penises.
I think I
They're
have
like
heard that.
spiral. Well, that means they
I've
also have
seen,
corkscrew vaginas.
huh? I've seen dogs stuck together for days,
Ew.
but nature's pretty wild. If you get out there enough in it, man, you'll see all kind of stuff, won't you?
Yeah, you will. You will. For
Yeah,
sure. Breathe a lot
man.
of bird farts out there.
I seen these birds the other day, man, and they were just going. They'd go this way, and then they'd all change, go the other way. I just sat there and watched them for like 10 minutes. I thought, man, this is. It's like they all had one mind. You know what I'm saying? They were like and it's like they didn't tell each other what to do. They just did it. You know? I don't know. It was pretty wild.
It's like telekinesis.
Yeah. And I think like every creature's kind of like that. It's like if you ever been squirrel hunting and you go kill one squirrel, yeah, okay, that was easy. You kill another or unalive another squirrel. All right, third squirrel, it's like they start all getting a little bit. You can go to another part of the woods and it's like, man, you don't see a squirrel nowhere. You ever been there?
Yeah.
It's like once you start hunting them, it's like they know they're being hunted. Deer, same way, and turkeys. It's like they got a collective realization that they're being hunted.
They probably smell human farts and run away.
Wouldn't doubt it.
That's what I
Turkey
think,
hunting.
personally.
Birds are definitely like more aware than any creature, I think. But I've seen a cat jump up and catch one too, so they ain't always that good.
Domestic cats kill over 2 billion birds a year.
And that is wild, ain't it? I seen a big old tomcat. Man, he would go up his tree and he would get a baby and come back down, walking around, eating it, and the mom and daddy bird just sitting there pecking him, flying out. He wasn't paying no attention to him. He'd eat it, go back up, get another one. I mean, this was so cruel, brother. And I just sat there and watched it. I was like, I didn't like seeing it, but I was like, that's nature, you know. He ate every one of them babies.
The natural world's harsh, man.
Yeah, for sure.
God set us up.
Yeah, but it's amazing because he subjected the same thing in hope. Like, because if we hope for this, you know, we're cooked, we're done. This is it, right? This can't be it, right? That's what I always thought. I was like, man, God, this can't be it. This can't be like this can't be right. This ain't right. Something ain't right here. You know what I mean? And it for sure ain't. And I firmly believe that this ain't it. This ain't the end of it, you know.
I'm different. I think it is the end.
We just passing through, man.
That is what we're doing, yes.
Yep.
Just passing. No.
So
cue the banjo strings.
Man, I've been playing banjo.
Really?
Yeah, but I always played guitar, but then I picked up banjo, mandolin, fiddle. So
you trying to start a Texas band?
It's something to pass it. No, just playing a little music, man. It's something to do, you know.
That's cool.
Keep me off the main streets of Daniel Boone.
Daniel Boone. I heard he was an asshole. But anyway, Jordan, always a pleasure, buddy. I'm gonna drop you back, move on to the next guy here, but we appreciate you coming up and saying hi to us there. He sounds kind of like me. So, Robert, are you there?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. Are you over 18?
I am way over 18.
Are you
Yeah.
Are you a Christian?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, which one of these topics you want to debate us on here?
Actually, let me take a look. I actually came up just to say hello.
Oh, that's cool too.
Yeah, I was just seeing how you're doing, dude. I talked to you before. Yeah, how you doing though? You doing good?
Oh, cool. Doing good, man.
Yeah. How's
your day? You asking.
How's your day going? What
so
part
far,
of,
so good.
What part of the country you in, man?
I'm in North Alabama.
Nice. I've never had the pleasure of going that way. I think I've been up towards like Montana and South Dakota, North Dakota. Never had the pleasure of going any further. But yeah, no.
You might not be missing nothing.
You know what? I had some. I had a buddy from Tennessee. Yeah, it's but. Yeah, no. I just want to say, have a blessed day, brother. Just saying hello, man.
That's cool. That's cool, man.
All right, brother.
Yes, sir. Well, we appreciate you coming up and saying hi. Always nice of the folks out there. Come drop in on us. Well, we only got 10 minutes left. Damn, I thought he was going to debate us for a second. I thought, shit, we got another debate. That's awesome. After today, we'll be going back to the normal, just allowing just debates up and, the occasional co-host here and there. There are a few people that'll let it come up and rap with me. I ain't doing much today, mommy. Sit around, play some video games, read some Hebrew. That's what I'm going to do. Some Dr. Josh Hebrew. It's going to teach me some Hebrews now. I want to learn Hebrew. That was a good start there, too, I feel like. That was a good start. I'm going to be good at Hebrew, I think. I've got a lot of phlegm, so I'm phlegm and slobber, so I should make those sounds, some of those sounds right. Haka stuff. He does, mummy. He does. Yeah, they teach Hebrew, Akkadian, how to read cuneiform. I want to learn to read some cuneiform, but not at the same time I'm trying to read some other squiggles I ain't never seen before. Thank you for the heart. I appreciate that. I have no idea what it cost, actually. No clue there. No clue. But you can have his book for $29.95. I do know the cost of that. Like I said, it's nice to have, even if you don't learn Hebrew, there's still a lot of good information in here. And if anything, at minimum, if you bought the thing and threw it in the garbage, you would still be supporting Dr. Josh and his family. So please don't buy it and throw it in the garbage. It's good shit, but I'm just saying, just buying the book helps Dr. Josh, and his book sells a lot. We want him on the New York Times bestsellers list of 2026. I want to say that book just came out like in the end of November, so it's barely been out long at all now. Anyway, let's see where we at on these numbers here. Who dat? Hood. Let's see if Hood's here. Hood, are you there?
Hood, are you there? Get your redneck ass the fuck off the internet.
No. People love me, man.
You don't even love you, an ugly ass, dirty ass bitch. Get your stupid ass off the internet.
That's mean. Why are you so mean?
Why are you so fucking ugly? Why are you a big fucking cancer to the planet?
I don't know.
You don't know shit, so get your stupid ass off the internet. Stop asking questions to shit that you're never gonna know anyway. So just get your ugly, stupid ass off the internet.
Oh no, look, this dumb fuck right here has done got me restricted for a moment. How dare you, sir? Take your asshole ass out of here. Man, look at it come up here and yell and I get a 5-minute restriction. How sad is that? How sad is that? Well, we've been restricted for 5 minutes. Thanks to that little rant there. I'm not ugly, sir. I'm beautiful. And I grace the internet every day with my presence. That's what's happening here. Mr. Hood. Mr. Hood. Oh, you didn't miss anything. It was just a mean person that came up to yell mean stuff at me. I suspect when they can't beat you in an argument, that's what the next logical step there is to call them names and say they're ugly. Even though I'm clearly beautiful. I don't know what he looked at, but it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I am a redneck, though. He got me there. I am a redneck. That's for sure. No argument there, Mr. Hood. No argument there. And he did get the live restricted with those. How's he going to come yell at me and get the live restricted? How crazy is that? TikTok, y'all need to straighten up out there. Y'all need to restrict them, not me. I wasn't even the one hollering. What in the world, man? How could that be? Yeah. Excuse me. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. Thought maybe he was going to come debate us again, but obviously not. I still got a minute. Somebody Oh, it literally says his name on my restriction here. Here, I'll read it to you. It says your live is not eligible for recommendation and restricted in search results for the next 10 minutes because HUD does not comply with our community guidelines. HUD was that asshole that was just up there. Oh, and I think since we're restricted now, that means we can holler whatever we want, which is pretty cool. So HUD, fuck you. All right. Paul, are you there?
Yes.
You're not just going to yell mean stuff at me, are you?
No, I just came on. I just got in here. I didn't hear.
Okay. Oh, you're over 18, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Are you a Christian?
Yes.
So would you want to debate us on one of these topics here? Or?
Well, I do think that, like, I've read the last couple of years, I read a couple of books by Rene Girard from Stanford. If you would be, it would probably rewire your brain. He's amazing. I've read
That's cool.
Northrop Frye from the University of Toronto. And then Dominion, the book called Dominion by Tom Holland, which is very popular. But I am convinced.
What are they about? Like?
Well, for example, Dominion is about what Christianity, it's by a Greek classicist. He's not even a Christian, but it's about what Christianity did. He's a historian, a classicist, about what happened when Christianity came about. And it kind of, even though they didn't know it.
The Roman Empire fell?
No, it's the Roman Empire. He said that the 7 letters of Paul, the 7 letters from the epistles of Paul, were like a depth charge deep under classical civilization. And they rippled up into the...
There's like 13 letters of Paul.
I think there's 7. But
no, there's 7 undisputed ones. There's
well, yeah,
13 letters.
But that's fine. But just whatever, it doesn't even matter. Just the letters, doesn't matter the number, were a depth charge under classical civilization. So he always liked the Caesars and the life of that, that era. And he realized as he got into it, he just did not have any of the same morality as that. And that his morality was fully Christian. And what the thing is, it did not exist before that. So human beings are quite terrible things most of the time through human history. But I do think that the Christianity is the ultimate story. The Bible starts at the beginning of time and ends at the beginning of end of time. It has the narrative and tells the parts that it's interested in.
Covers it all, don't it?
The Quran is ordered by length of revelation from Muhammad. There's no narration. The Bible presents itself as both or either historical or mythology, but both. It says it like puts mythology into actual city names and stuff like and things like that, and Nebuchadnezzar and stuff. So Christianity is, if you're raised in Christianity, you think how special is it? But it's really like you need to take a Homer's Odyssey and like go and compare and see what Hindu and Buddhism and Jainism and Zoroastrianism and all the other things had. And then come back, and then you realize that, number one, human beings need a religion. Societies are religions. So religions are societies, and societies are religions. And then it's like, well, which story and narrative are we going to choose? Because human beings need to believe and abstract the concepts of good and evil up into, like in China, they call it the mandate of heaven, the Tianming. So we do that everywhere. All society.
That's not good and evil, though. The mandate of heaven is just for people to, like a divine right to rule.
It's divine. The point is, the concepts of good and evil cannot be by a group of warlords or by voting. But like when my kids are starving, I don't care if the other people say, look, you need to obey these made up rules that we pretended. No, I need to believe rules that actually emanate from above any human being. So that concept is crucial. It is evolutionary. It has evolutionary explanatory power. It is scientific, I think. Well,
I think we can get over it. I think
no,
we'll be better off when we do, actually.
I think all those things. Look, all these things are games. So people come up with the big G games, like our the way we rule with checks and balances in the Constitution. They're games that we hope last a long time. But if you think that you have that morality is a game, then all benefits accrue to the person who breaks the rules. In other words, if you are playing a made-up rule system and you don't have any guilt about cheating, you will win. So that's the Machiavellian thing. So if you think that like what you just said, we need to have a you basically said we need to come up with something. It's like, no, if I'm literally
Me?
no, you said we need to come up with something. We cannot. Human beings must abstract it to a.
Are we talking about one of these topics up here, or we're?
Anyway, I just think you're totally wrong about Christianity. You're totally wrong. Read. I can give you things to read, but you got to read for a long time.
Well, I mean, what am I wrong about? Like, in what regard am I wrong?
Because Christianity is I think it's literally true, and if it has evolutionary explanatory power.
So?
Well, how Christian was the United States when you think of humans as an organism? How Christian were we when we sent Voyager 1 out or landed on the moon? If you were an alien,
what does that have to do with being Christian?
If you were alien, you would say, "It's amazing that this little life form popped a little exploration out into space," and you look into it like
what?
The United people sent things to the moon.
I know. I don't know what we're talking about right now. Like,
and you would say, what do they believe?
Aliens?
And you would say they believe if you were observing the Earth.
I'm asking you what makes Christianity true, and you started talking about humans going
because
to space.
It's right. Because
about it.
Scientifically, if religions have evolutionary explanatory power, then you say which one is the best, and which one is the best is like the one that sent people to the moon. And I think
that's not the evolutionary position. Evolution don't have a position on which religion's true.
I'm saying if you're an evolutionist, then you would have that position.
No, it wouldn't.
You would say, look, the evidence is, and you don't know facts, but you know probabilities, is that Christianity was like 97% Christian when it sent Voyager out into space. That's successful.
That makes no sense.
That is the most successful thing that human beings have ever done.
What does that have to do with Christianity?
They were Christian when they did it.
So
it is evidence that if religions are necessary.
I was Christian when I took a dump once. Does that mean God's real?
I'm talking about society's views. You can have whatever. You're just a little ant in an ant colony.
What? I'm sure, but...
I mean, but your society.
I'm trying to figure out where you're going with this.
But your society. But your society.
How does we went to space make Christianity true?
That Christianity. So your society.
Like we can go to space all the time, though. It doesn't mean Jesus fulfilled the prophecy from the Old Testament.
No, it means that the things that the people believed. A lot of human beings are just like picking fleas off each other, and they're not doing anything like this. They're not building large hadron colliders or anything like that. So the ones that are doing that have different thoughts, and Christianity is the basis for that. That's what the Book of Dominion is kind of getting at, and Paul's letters about human beings having dignity. Each of us has dignity. That is a foreign, metaphysical, and religious statement. It is not scientific. You don't say that Bill Gates has as much dignity in his soul as a homeless person under a bridge. But even the UN believes that now, and that is a Christian statement. And you're living in the benefits of a society that thinks that. I'm
living in the benefits of a secular society.
No, it's not secular at all. It is not secular at all. No, that's a lie.
Only secular societies allow freedom of religion.
No. Okay,
the Bible does not allow for freedom of religion. No, the Bible says if anybody tries to get you to another religion, you have to throw rocks at them until they die.
The Bible. So, how many Christian nations throw rocks at people right now?
No, well, that's because you don't follow the Bible, and here
we do follow the Bible. We do follow the Bible. For example, Jesus.
No, you don't.
Jesus.
If you followed the Bible, you would throw rocks at people who enticed you to.
No, that's early in the Bible. Jesus said, "Don't turn the other cheek." He said, "Who is without sin, let him pick up the first stone." He said that we are all equal, male, female, Gentile, Jew.
Yeah, he says that 1,000 years after he lived in Latin versions.
No, the earliest, we have very good writings from No, we don't. We have the same language. We have Aramaic.
That story was added in there.
No,
700 to 1,000 years.
Dude, we have
after
not. We're
Jesus.
90. It's from the year 70 A.D. We have writings.
No, I don't think so.
Do you believe Jesus existed?
He might have existed. Yeah, he probably
Okay,
did.
so something happened in Rome.
Maybe. I don't know.
So something happened. No, nobody thinks that he didn't exist.
Lots of people think that now.
You
As a
know
matter
who
of fact,
Bart-
it's
you know who
really
Bart-
catching steam that he didn't exist
You know who
based
Bart
on new
Ehrman?
data science.
You know who Bart Ehrman is?
Yeah, I've probably read 10 or 11 of his books.
Okay, but he says you're crazy for thinking Jesus didn't exist. No person in any sort of
I
scholar.
don't think he didn't exist. I still think he probably did, but I'm getting looser and looser on that the more evidence I hear against it.
So something happened in Rome, do you think?
Lots of stuff happened in Rome.
That changed Rome completely.
It didn't change Rome for like 300 something years after Jesus died.
Yeah, but
Christianity wasn't even legalized in the empire for
That was pretty
3
fast.
centuries after Jesus died.
I know. That was pretty fast, though, all things considering.
300 years? That's
Yeah,
older
yeah,
than
it
America
grew
is
and
right
grew
now.
and grew. Yeah, America's not old.
That's
dude.
not fast.
America's not old, man.
It's not even as old as Christianity being legalized in the Roman Empire. That's what I'm saying.
No, it's-
That's not fast.
It is fast in historical time.
No, it's not. It wasn't even a majority in the Roman Empire for like 1,000 years after Jesus died.
No, yeah. What happened is the Christians kept going into. There was a series of plagues. The Christians kept going in to help people who even weren't their family members. And people would ask, and of course, a lot of them died. But the people who lived, they would say, "What are you doing?" And they would say, "I'm a follower of Jesus." So that helped it spread a lot. The point is, you should read the book called Dominion by Tom Holland. Also, I find the atheists just don't read that much at all. Instead of doing
What are you talking about? I've been plugging a new book I got all day.
what?
And I read the Bible a hell of a lot more than Christians do.
Well, that's a generalized statement.
Oh, this is Learn to Read Hebrew by Dr. Joshua Bowen.
You should read.
You should get this. It's really good.
You should read read Dominion by Tom Holland. And also, there's a book called I See Satan Fall Like Lightning. Even just
Readers are leaders, buddy.
yeah. Well, I suggest I See Satan Fall Like Lightning, and read some of Tolkien's and C.S. Lewis's discussions and talks.
Let's see. Thanks to my job, and I bet you I've no shit. I bet you I've read 75,000 or 80,000 hours of literature in my life.
Okay, but did you hear what I said though?
No, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I was thinking about math.
Okay, so it's the book called I See Satan Fall Like Lightning. It's one of the more approachable novels or books of his. And then Tom Holland's Dominion. It's not from the perspective of a Christian at all.
Fall like lightning.
And then,
So what do they got to say? What's the point of the book?
I mean, it's about societies actually form through making sacred their violence, containing violence. So they contain violence through mostly a scapegoating system where they'll go from a Hobbesian all against all to all against one, and the one is taken out. Leviticus would actually abstract that idea into the scapegoat and all that. So, but then there's a catharsis and divinization almost of that person, of that thing. And then Christianity.
This just sounds like a Jesus book, man.
Well, it's about.
It says, I saw Satan fall like lightning from the heaven. Gerard persuades the reader that even as our world grows increasingly violent, the power of Christ is so great that the evils of scapegoating and sacrifice are being defeated even now.
Yeah, he started to become more of a
defeated if violence is growing. That makes no sense.
But if you read the book, it'll make sense.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it can make something logical?
It's not illogical. It's just your first, 3-second glance.
True. That's true. You got me there.
Yeah. So
I'll probably pass on that.
He's one of the French. He's from the French Academy. Had the vote into the French Academy. He's an important. You don't have to agree with him, but he is an important thinker in the 20th century.
Oh well, I mean, he can't rewrite the Bible, though, and
He's
the
not reading
Bible's
by the.
not true.
He's not abiding. He's not talking about the Bible in particular. He's talking about myths.
I know. I'm just saying, no matter what he says, he can't make the Bible true. And either way, Christianity is false.
That's your declarative statement. It's not, in your opinion. It's not.
No, I can prove it.
No. So here, let me just give one more story before I leave. So, like,
you don't want me to prove it?
No. Well, I'll show you how what you think you're doing is probably not true. Like, there's the Beauty and the Beast. I'm sorry, not the Beauty and the Beast. The Sleeping Beauty.
I can show you that the New Testament is lying about Jesus.
Well, let me just say this. I can show you this. I can show you this. Like the tortoise and the hare, that has different meanings. And you could say, well, the tortoise didn't talk and all that stuff. But it's saying other things. But if you look at the Sleeping Beauty, you have this idea of a smothering parents and one child, and then they don't invite Maleficent, which seems to personify nature, to the party. And then Maleficent curses the child and says, as soon as you touch a spinning wheel, and it seems like could it be a spinning wheel of fate? I don't know. It seems the same metaphor. And if you touch it, you will fall asleep and unconscious. Now, that story, if you change the names of the people, if you put it in a different place, I mean, you could say it's a lie, but it's still true, though, that if the parents did not or did invite Maleficent to the party, then it would be not saying some underlying truths that it does say when it's, in other words, another book I would suggest is
Can I just show you that Christianity is fake?
And let me just give you one more source. The most important Western.
I mean, I'm probably not going to read it. Like, I don't want to read apologetic stuff.
Okay, you want to watch a free college course? Will you do that?
Is it going to prove the Bible's right?
I'm trying to give you something from secular viewpoints, not religious viewpoints. So it's the most important, probably literary.
I mean, I don't even mind it being religious as long as it's like related to the topic here.
Okay, what is related is so Northrop Frye is probably the most important literary critic in the Western civilization recently, 20th century. He in the University of Toronto. You can take his free or not take it. You can just listen to his free lecture. It's like 10 courses.
Oh crap! I don't know what happened there, Paul. So my bad. He wasn't going to pick a topic, Dr. Josh. I don't know. Yeah, thanks, Paul. But I mean, how you gonna glance over a dude saying he can prove Christianity false, man? Oh, and by the way, I tried to catch him every time, but Darth Dawkins passed through like 4 times here, and I tried to catch him so I could invite him up, but I didn't see his thing here. Let me look there here again. Facts trump opinions. I see you there watching. I see you there watching, buddy. Ha ha ha. I don't know why you are, but I see you. I see you. Damn it, where is... Darn it. I was really hoping I could catch Darth Dawkins there and invite him up. What are you wanting to hear real work? I don't know what that means, buddy. I just thought it was crazy that you watched the show so much, but I think I'm crazy here, wrong or whatever. I just noticed. Sorry, man. That's cool though. I appreciate you being here. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong there, buddy. I appreciate you. No way. All right, guys. I reckon we will pull the show to a close here. I know y'all hate it to end for me. Darth Dawkins has came up twice, but I booted him both times because he just started hollering and couldn't actually get to any substance of discussion, which is literally the one and only thing I ask for people here is that you're capable of having an actual conversation. And Darth Dawkins was not. Even though, like, I even talked to P-Mars for like 45 freaking minutes. I'm like, come on, man. Like, dang you, Darth. But I wanted to invite him up, though, because we had heard that he'd been talking about slavery a little more. So that would be a good one for him to come up on, especially when Dr. Josh is here. We're bring him on up. So anyway, before I go, one more time, I got a YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I put these replays on here every day. Today's a pretty good day. And also, once again, Dr. Josh's book, Learn to read ancient Hebrew. An introduction for complete beginners. He's like cutting out the rigmarole of all the crazy scholarly learn every little thing. This is like a comprehensive guide to exactly what the layperson needs to learn and nothing more. Oh shit. And that's why it's so damned cool. No problem, Dr. Josh. I'm gonna be real kind to you for the since we love Dr. Josh so much. We're gonna plug the living shit out of this book. Because also, the more people who can speak Hebrew, the better. Because y'all can come up and we can holler Hebrew stuff at each other. We'll get into a Hebrew heated argument. Wouldn't that be crazy? We can cuss each other out in Hebrew. It'd be like talking in code. But Dr. Josh's book, y'all, it's on Amazon right now. $29.95, I believe it was. And that's, good Lord, there's a lot in here. It even got big writing on the pages, which I really like, because while I do have the eyesight of a bald eagle, my eyesight is getting a little worse in my older age now. So I really like this. I really like this. Plus, I'm in the business of tattooing. So, like, looking at all the little symbols and stuff, being an artist helps me memorize all the little, what they look like, basically. Did y'all know that back in the day, there were scribes who would write, but they couldn't read or write, technically. They couldn't read or write. Like, that's crazy to think about. The first time I ever heard that, I thought, what? I was like, how is that even possible? But it turns out there were scribes back then that they weren't even writing. They were literally just recreating the little shapes, like redrawing the shapes that they seen. It's probably why some of the ancient texts were really, really bad. Really, really bad. Sometimes they would copy the same sentence several times. Sometimes they would copy the same page out here. Like, ancient manuscripts are a crazy thing, for real. Probably wild to try to decipher them. Not yet. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure there's a chapter in here that has nothing but Hebrew swear words and slangs that you can holler at people and they won't know what you're talking about. So that's pretty cool. I'm not sure which chapter that is. We'll have to have to look at the glossary or index or whatever it is. But yeah, I'm sure there's a whole chapter on nothing but Hebrew cuss words. Y'all should buy it just for that. Just for that. But all right, guys. Love you all so much. Much, much love. Once again. Yeah, it's on Amazon, buddy. You can have it here by probably Friday if you order within the next 2 hours and 10 minutes. Otherwise, guys, we will see you back tomorrow for day number 64 in a row of the stream. Today was number 63. He's passed through. I saw his name at least 4 times today. I saw Darth pass through, and I tried to, every time he did that, I tried to catch him down here so I could invite him up. Maybe he'd come back up, but the 2 times before he came up, I ended up booting him pretty quick, so I don't know what to expect. But, well, you know, we'll see there. We'll see there. We'll see, I reckon. But anyway, guys, much love to you all. Check out my YouTube channel where I put all these replays. This one will definitely be going on there. We had a few good talks earlier this morning, that was for sure. Did the first ever friendly talk today, so that's pretty neat. Plug Dr. Josh's amazing book a lot, and I'm about to jump off here, use the bathroom, and probably dig into this bad boy a little bit. See what we can learn about some Hebrew stuff. We do got some stuff I want to look over, that's for sure. Guys, we will see y'all in the morning. Take it easy out there. Much love. Peace out.